can give. It's time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy.
Big D!
Right here on the Woodward.
Fight Day!
Fight Day, Thursday fights, that is right. My name is Neil Rule. That guy, D-Mac, Darren McCarty, he is here in the house. But yes, it is Thursday fights. We'll do that around noon. We have KG in the building. KG, what's really good?
Still employed, baby. Let's go. Day 3.
Hey,
here.
we take it day by day.
You know that's my saying. It's day to day, man. It's day to day.
We're all day to day. Hey, good to have you back again, KG. Tomorrow, we'll see.
Oh, yeah. Big. I'm so excited for Bourbon Friday. You have no idea, bro. That's what I miss the most. Being gone.
Yeah, oh, we got intern Simeon in the house.
Shout out.
Well, you got the Mizzou collared shirt, the polo shirt.
That's fire polo. Showing a little school spirit.
It's a little school spirit. All right, is that the Blaine Gabbert edition?
No, it's not.
Should get the Blaine Gabbert.
Is that the Anthony Peeler version?
No.
No?
Not either.
Okay.
Maybe like Xavier Tillman or something like that, or Pinson.
Jeremy Macklin?
Jeremy Macklin.
Jeremy Macklin
We
went to
can do
Mizzou?
that.
Did he go to Colorado? I
No,
can't
he went to
remember.
Mizzou.
He went to
Yeah,
Mizzou.
we
That's
can
right.
do
Okay.
Jeremy Macklin.
It's the rake straw
It is the rake straw.
Rake straw edition. It is funny, man. Like, Spenny.
A lot of Mizzou ties.
Every time we talk about something,
up.
there's a
The
guy that
Michael-
went to Mizzou and no one knew it.
It's the Michael Sam edition.
Oh, shit.
That's Spencer Raxter, everybody. Hello. All right, moving on.
You do have that too.
Shout out. Yeah, for sure.
Michael Sam.
Yeah, but jump into that Woodward Sports chat thread. Subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel, pushing towards 85,000.
And shout out to Peaceful Tim for the coffee this morning. Appreciate you,
Big
brother.
shout out.
Yes.
What? Wait, what? Coffee?
Peaceful Tim shot me a coffee this morning.
Oh, he did. What'd you go with?
Just large black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waiting for mine to be brewed right now.
Oh,
It was hot over there. You must have been buying everybody's coffee because they were out.
They were in a line.
Dionisio in the chat, and you can jump in there if you want to skip the line. Use the super chat. Dionisio says, "KG, welcome back to the league."
Hey,
Shout out.
appreciate it, man. It's good to be in the majors again.
Yeah,
Should have never been sent down in the first place, but that's another conversation.
But that's another conversation. That's between you and
Well, it
management.
wasn't you.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
No, it
my
wasn't
call.
you.
Lunchbox, Neil, you missed the epic meltdown from Flannel. What was the problem today?
Flannel was defending Riley Green
Again.
today. Yeah, again.
Again.
Drawing his sword for Riley Green. And
What was the issue?
it was that he's not clutch was what it's
He let
Easy
Easy of all
brought it
people
up.
get him
Yeah.
riled up.
Yeah, Easy said that Riley Green's not clutch. He compared him to Ricky Vaughn.
Because he made
just-
an out with the bases loaded?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The singular bat that explains an entire baseball.
Yeah,
player's
100%. Yeah,
existence.
the whole game.
Yeah.
The whole
Flannel
game.
took 30 minutes off of the show he was
Oh,
on.
yeah, he was-
like, literally, he just didn't say anything
He
for
was-
about an hour.
D-Mac, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
That's a
Flannel
fact.
Sam.
So, no, it ain't look at my shock face, guys.
Huge Jazz says Spenny MSU hockey update. Not great, Bob. Not great.
Why? What's the problem?
It's lost out on Gavin McKenna to Penn State, and Isaac Howard. He's signing his contract, so he's also not gonna be on Michigan State's hockey team next year.
Really?
Yeah, not great, but hey, we still had a good transfer portal. We still got Trey Augustine back there. We still got some guys coming back from last year's squad. So
There's a new focus in town, bro.
yeah, I
There
mean,
is.
You definitely come on. You couldn't shell out $1 million a year for Gavin McKenna.
Spenny?
Couldn't do that for me.
What I tried to tell you.
You did say that, and yeah, he got $700,000, I guess, a year from Penn State.
You want to be good at hockey or good at football?
I'd like to be good at both, and
Well,
I think you have enough money to do
you only
it.
get to choose. You only get to choose one. Which one brings revenue? Which one costs revenue?
Football brings revenue.
And what does hockey do?
They cost revenue, but it's wow.
See, D-Mac, I try to help the people.
I know.
I try to help our friends. And I try to help everyone and understand what the expectations are when they hire their new athletic director. This was going to be the way. This is the way, not only for Michigan State, but for every.
I'll tell you what, then we better fucking make a bowl game next year.
And that's the other side of it, Spenny.
Yeah, like,
that is the other side of it.
You gotta be shitting me, dude.
Hey, the coffee has arrived.
Shout out to the lovely ladies at Roast.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And the lovely guys at Roast.
But
If that's your flavor.
If that's flavor. Just like coffee. You can have it however you want.
That's it.
but getting back to it, though, Spenny. This is what it is going forward, Spenny.
Coffee.
Just so you know.
All right, then fucking
And the
fucking
bowl game.
As you
Boom.
know.
You have to.
And if you don't,
Because if you keep Isaac Howard and if you get Gavin McKenna, you win the national championship next year.
doesn't matter.
So that's what you just threw away.
You know what you get for winning the national title in hockey? A bill.
I would have.
You get a bill.
I would have gotten a lot of great memories.
You get a bill for hotel rooms, travel, all of it. You get a bill.
See, like you know what's beautiful right now? Like Spenny's just holding, like, but he knows.
I just wanna fucking win something,
he's
dude.
sold. He knows the logistics. He knows the why or whatever. But he's just sitting in here to the like. Why can't we have even more money? Why did Ishbia have to go buy this Phoenix Suns and not put the money back in, and we could have everything?
You're telling me they couldn't scrounge up $1 million a year?
No, he just gave Devin Booker $150 million for 2 years.
Yeah, but what about
They're over the apron.
Tommy G, throw $1 million back at MS. Danny boy, come on.
Because
throw $1 million
if we're
back.
gonna do that, we're gonna give it to football or basketball.
I don't know if $1 million would make or break it. Because the basketball, like, it's not like. All right, it's all right.
Yes. Spenny? All right.
They're telling me they're.
That's not
No. But he's not fighting. He's just
They're
wrestling
telling me,
around.
I
And
need to see
he
the
knows
end,
because
they'll give up.
because
I need to see
here's
the
the
success of the
imperativeness,
other
right?
programs then.
Are we not even talking basketball, like, which is second? So you don't even have a chance.
I need to see the success and the influx of the money in the other programs soon then. Because, like, I would rather take this year winning the hockey national championship over going to a bowl game. And I know it wouldn't make that much, like, the school wouldn't do that because you make so much money going to a bowl game. But I need to see the success, the palpable success now that we're taking away from that. Because I'm all right with it on paper.
That's the arc of this.
I'm all right with it on paper, but you better start fucking winning very fucking soon.
And if you don't,
I'm Tiki torches are out.
you're gone.
Yeah.
No, like, for real, though.
Yeah,
Like,
we're
people.
storming the Capitol.
That's the other side of this.
Dude, we're storming Farm Street. Like, we're storming Acres Hall, dude. We're storming something. We got to storm,
the
Neil.
police will just
if
let you do it,
doesn't work out, we got to storm something.
Wheezy D313, getting a bill for winning is sad. It's the way that the real world works, everybody. I know it makes you feel good to talk MSU hockey. We got a shot. Like, yeah. No one cares, Spenny.
I know.
No one cares.
I care.
No one cares.
Go Crazy says if Spenny had money, he would give back to state. Funny thing is, MSU calls me all the time. Hey, would you like to donate money back to the College of Journalism?
Get the fuck out of
Eat
here.
shit, dude. But if I had billions of dollars, if I had $1 billion right now, I would personally give Gavin McKenna $1 million to go play hockey at Michigan State.
You wouldn't try to get a quarterback?
No.
That's more than your quarterback.
I'd do that too. I got $1 billion.
Yeah.
It's more than your quarterback. You
Worth
see
it.
my point here, Spenny?
Worth it.
So you would give $1 million to a hockey player,
Gavin McKenna,
which is more than your quarterback
Gavin
gets.
McKenna is so much better of a prospect than Aiden Childs. Like, not even close. Gavin McKenna
In a
is going to
sport
be
that
the
no
number
one
one
cares
pick of the
about.
draft next year.
But nobody cares.
Yeah, I know.
And it costs you money.
I know.
Wouldn't you rather tack that $1 million on and go get a real quarterback?
Yeah, I can do that too. That's when I'm bumping elbows with fucking my other billionaire buddies like Tom Gores, Dan
Right.
Gilbert, and Matt Ishbia.
Get somebody
I'm saying,
else to do it.
Listen up, pal. I just shelled out for the number one pick of the draft. You guys go pay fucking for a point guard.
I just want it on the record, D-Mac, I tried.
I feel like it's not that hard.
Can you put that in the minutes of the show?
Oh yeah,
I tried.
Your effort, yeah.
Thank you.
Your-
I'm just
your
looking for an
effort,
A for effort. That's all I want. I'm trying to help, but you know,
You can lead a horse to water, you can't make him drink.
Shad 216, not F Booker. That MF Red 5 free
He did just give Booker a lot of money.
5 FAs to come here, but he's always signing extensions.
He signed a 2-year, $140 million.
And you know what?
You're gonna blame that dude?
Almost 150.
Yeah.
You know what, dude? Too, and like this is gonna be a hot take and everything like that. He's nowhere near worth that. Nowhere near worth that.
I agree with you.
I think he is, because you're worth what somebody will pay you.
He's close to that number. I don't think he's worth all of that either. I don't. What has he done?
He
won finals. That's it. What is
and
he
we're
done?
and we're gonna see how good he is this year.
We're gonna see how good he is this year.
That's
no
a
Kevin
fact.
Durant to lean on.
It's a fact.
and they're
Still no point
aproned
guard.
out still.
Yeah.
But we've seen him as the 1A. That don't work. We've seen him as the 2.
I mean,
it don't work. Like
The 1A worked as good as it. Like, he ran into Giannis. There's
Yeah.
not much you can do there.
Woodward Sports chat
Kevin Durant
thread.
probably would have beat him too if Kevin Durant's feet weren't huge.
yeah, true.
Brooklyn probably would have won that shit.
Soccer night in Detroit. New DCFC stadium will have a naming rights sponsor. Money for the naming rights could end up being a USL record. Yes, that is the chatter. They are going to
yeah.
have a record naming rights deal for the new stadium. Steve Weil, it's Javi's your daddy, Neil. He owns your house. Well, funny thing about it is, the funny thing about that
It's
is,
a castle.
yeah. Well, Steve, and you know what the funny thing about that is? Yeah, he comes around the house part-time, just like how he plays. Missed 17 games this year. Hasn't been on the DL, according to Sam Flannel. So there you have it. He's a part-time house owner.
Yeah.
You know, it's not his main residence for tax purposes.
No, his main
He's got
residence
the
Moving around, you know.
he's got the mother-in-law suite in the back.
That's true. Cody Engel, Smith is gone if they don't make a bowl. The new AD won't let Smith be around long.
I agree.
Are you cool with that?
Yes.
Well, then that's why you need not $1 million to a hockey player.
Yeah.
You got to pay the buyout package for him.
That's
and
fair.
oh, by the way, triple that and get it together for a new coach.
If he doesn't make the playoffs. Or a bowl.
So there it is. All right, we're going to get into the Tiger stuff. Some All-Star game news as well. Scooble stuff, all of it. Thursday fights coming up with D-Mac also. And we got the football 4 for 4.
Yes, sir.
From intern
Faux for
Simeon. Faux for faux, absolutely. So we're going to get into it. If you want to
that
skip
faux
the
for
line,
faux.
use the super chat
Shout out
like
Wendy's.
Alex did. I rode the elevator down with Matt Ishbia this past weekend at Campers. I should have put a word in for you,
Dude.
Spenny.
Yeah, for sure.
I ain't
What
even
the
go
fuck?
tell you the blasphemy Sam did this morning when he walked in the studio. He's Greg. Can't be.
Oh.
Yeah, he took it there. I told him I was going to snitch too.
All right,
yeah?
well, let's get to the break and
Yeah,
heat
hey,
it up.
shout out to Alex Larkins, but
real quick,
dude's
Mike
bumping
Willett-
elbows with billionaires. That's pretty cool.
Mike Willett in the super chat. Lake Superior State University Lakers have just as many NCAA national titles as Michigan State. Shout out Lakers.
That is true.
Well, and that ain't going to change anytime soon because the water has run dry for all the non-revenue sports.
I mean,
Sorry
they
about
just
it.
extended Nightingale, so I don't know if it's.
There you go. All right, where are we going with it? Merch, everybody. That's right. Go to shop.woodwardsports.com. Get the very best in Detroit sports wearables. Get geared up for Lions season. Which what are we? We're 21 days away from a Lions game.
Wow.
21 days.
Shout out Hall of
3
Fame.
weeks.
I'm not ready.
3
Oh,
weeks,
fine.
and then everybody's lives in this business comes to a standstill.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in February. All right, so that's the way that it's going to go down. Shop.woodwardsports.com. Just, this is an ad for the Boodham Kids shirt.
Still going.
Boodham Kids.
We
Shop,
did that.
we're still selling them.
We did
Shop.woodwardsports.com.
The boys of summer are here, and Woodward Sports is all over the Motor City with the White Claw Tigers Tour. Come party with Woodward Sports, watch the Tigers, and sip on some White Claw all summer long. The best bars, big giveaways, live events, and a party that only Woodward Sports can throw. Ain't no party like a Woodward Sports party. Join us from 5 to 7 with the heavyweights at Second Best Bar in Detroit for the White Claw Tigers Tour, brought to you by White Claw, Easttown, and Ven Johnson.
Tired of losing out on the car of your dreams? Bad credit? No credit? At the Feldman Chevrolet Freedom Sale, we say yes. Over 5,000 new Chevys to choose from, all priced to move with our best deals of the year. Get a 2025 Silverado for just $149 a month, or this 2026 Equinox for only $209 a month. When other dealers say no, Feldman Chevrolet says yes. Don't miss the Freedom Sale, going on now at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Boy, Sam Flannel.
He's on a warpath.
He is on a warpath. But whatever,
I
man.
think I know why, but just saying.
Okay. All right, back at it. Rob Coddington in the chat. It's a good day. It is a good day,
Shout out Rob Coddington.
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a
OG.
good day too, no doubt.
Ain't nobody gonna die today.
Well, people die.
Well, yeah.
But
L.
hopefully
I was quoting the
nobody
song.
that we know.
L in the Woodward Sports chat. Been here for 4 years, but F little crybaby host for acting like spoiled little bitches. Blocking members is an interesting growth strategy. L, you know what? To this day,
Aggressive.
I've never blocked anyone.
Yeah.
Never, not one time. Because L, you're right.
I blocked 2 people.
And we know one of them.
One of them I've blocked like 40 times, and that is Brandon Katz, and that's just a bit. I don't even care that he.
Right.
And the other one's Lorena Rios because
She's a weirdo.
Lorena Rios, dude. Like we talked about arch enemies on heavyweights the other day. That's probably my arch enemy.
Yeah. Easy trying to smash.
Yeah, Easy's definitely trying to smash.
What's he not trying to smash?
That's fair. He's dangerously horny all the time.
Sawston has a golf question, D-Mac. Ever play Garland up north in Lewiston? Leaving work for a 3-day golf weekend. I've never played
I
Garland.
played it, but not for like 25 years.
Yeah, okay.
Great courses up there.
What'd you say,
Low-key.
I'm
Simeon?
about to be there next week.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Okay. We got a long golf weekend lined up or
Should
something?
we give him a
Yeah.
Should we give him a heads up? You'd be tearing that course up.
Yeah,
It might be a disaster.
it might be. Maybe we should warn the Garland people.
Yes, you might want to.
That he's coming up there. Chris in the chat. DJ LeMahieu was released, and I haven't seen the whole Detroit sports Twitter going, doing a freak out saying, "Bring him home. I'm impressed, Detroit. We're growing up." Chris, when I heard that too, I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah, bro. It happens all the time.
Bro's 36. It's over.
We got a loaded safety room. They just, yo, go bring him in. Like,
Yeah, it's over. Nobody listens to techno. All right, but Freddie Feld, I blocked the ish out of people. Consider me Dikembe Mutombo. Yeah. Tigers lost yesterday, D-Mac, and hey, man, that's it. It's over. We had a good run. This is the one that breaks the back, and the whole empire comes crumbling, right?
Come on. It was sort of there in the way that it happened, getting in the bullpen, and obviously it happened real quick too. I was listening to it on the radio, and Chase Lee came in, and unfortunately first pitch it changed the game. So going to be days like this. We talked about it yesterday. I mean, there's a reason it wasn't a get right.
Right. They don't win every game. There's 162 of these guys.
Still won the series, right?
Still won the series.
And that's what, if you don't understand, that is absolutely what that conversation is from AJ Hinch on down. It's about winning series. And it's look at the way that it plays out too, right? Will Vest, who we were a little bit worried about because of his finger or whatever, has come back and shown his brilliance and stuff, but he was pitching on 2 days. He wasn't going to pitch last night. We're going to make it a bullpen game or whatever. So the way that they're doing it when they're losing too, they're not expanding on the negatives. It's just a loss. Now let's move on and next man up.
Yeah.
Next
Well, they
game.
lose a game, and who's pitching tomorrow? Skubal.
Shout out to the I just got the update. Amanda Amzamova, she advanced to the Wimbledon final after being world number 1 American. Shout out.
That's right.
Hell yeah. Dude, I'm telling you. Hell yeah. Sorry.
No, that's all right.
Never heard of her before today in my life, but shout out America. Let's go.
I did see.
I like tennis.
You know what I like though, D-Mac? Like when they lose a game, I do like going to Twitter and just seeing. And I saw someone say Chase Lee's next pitch should be thrown in Toledo.
Yeah.
yeah, they already on the get rid of Chase Lee train.
Already. Dude's whip is 1.06.
Yeah, he had like a 1.12 ERA entering this game. He's a young kid.
It's comical, dude.
Yeah.
And you know what? I can feel it brewing. And we talked about it in the studio, D-Mac, before the show. And Spenny's got a cute little something here about, because the Paul Skeens thing just doesn't go away. And then we're going to talk about it again. And we're going to talk about the philosophical side of it. But then we're going to put a clip out and everyone's going to say, why do you guys keep talking about this stuff? I'm going to talk about what it represents. I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about what it represents. And I want to drill down on this, D-Mac. And the Chase Lee thing, his next pitch should be in Toledo. It's something that I want to address. It's almost like because the trade deadline's coming up and they're in. The division's over. They have, despite the fact that they lost yesterday, it's over, everybody. Bet you a coffee they win the division?
No.
No, why not?
Because it's not a good bet.
Don't he still owe you like 3 coffees?
No, we're squared
No,
up.
we're squared.
okay.
Yeah,
I
we're
got
squared up. But D-Mac, here's the deal, man. Can we just get down to it here on the trade deadline stuff and all that? Here's the deal, man. Fans in tweets like Chase Lee's next pitch should be in Toledo. That's a masking agent for insecurity. Why are people so insecure about this team? Is it because they're not ready to admit what this team is? Or why is it, D-Mac? For real, why?
Because they like to complain.
Because and you know what? That's an angle of it. Swear to God, I thought about that this morning.
When don't you? Think about it. You only have few and far times in between. Because tonight, after Skubal comes out tonight, and Tarek Skubal, how many times this year has he taken the mound after a loss, been responsible for changing the momentum in a series, or righting the ship, or whatever? And he's dead. He's not only the best pitcher and the best player in baseball, arguably, no doubt on the mound, right? But the way that he commandeers. So, and the fact that it's sort of like he'd be more focused. We saw it live. Sunday night game.
Toying with major league
Just
hitters, dude.
Dealing.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure the lineup, I haven't seen the lineup that he's facing today, but again, it doesn't matter. Right? So you have few, and when you win, think about it. When you don't lose back-to-back series, or you just keep compiling winning series even with losing games in there, you have very little time to complain. Right, and some of the holes, and I think that it's just
it's nitpicky.
Well, that's the thing. It's taking it in a microscope.
Yep.
Right, to the fact that these things are going to happen. They happen to your best guys. They've all gone through it. So my thing is, how does he respond? Don't send him down to the minors, because you've seen in the game in Cleveland how important that he was to get it done. Now, is there some more? There's always scrutiny on the young guys to perform, but I mean, he'll be back out there because this is what AJ Hinch and Chris Fetter believe in. So it's just I think because we are that good that there's only certain times that you can complain, or things that we can complain at.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Stotan coach, how many series have the Tigers lost this season? Just curious. Don't have time to look it up right now because I'm at work. What, 5? Like 7 or 8?
Yeah.
I think it's 7 or 8.
Yeah.
I think they're like 21
but not
and
back to
8.
back.
Yeah, they haven't lost back-to-back series. No, because Skubal pitches every 5th day.
Yeah.
It's very easy to put it all together and figure it all out.
4.
How many?
4.
They've only lost 4 series?
What,
They have lost
the
to
Rays,
the
the
Dodgers.
Reds, the Dodgers,
This is the
They lost
Dodgers, the Brewers, the Astros, and the Rangers.
and the Rangers. They lost that
There's
series.
definitely more
too.
sense
They
there.
lost to the Reds. They lost the series to the Reds here at Comerica.
AI,
Guardians.
Google AI.
I'm
Yeah,
counting-
they did
I'm
lose to the
counting
Guardians, yeah.
The Guardian series, yeah. So it's 7 or 8-ish. Whatever. The moral of the story is,
9. Okay, there it is.
Yeah.
Had to be more specific.
and they've won like what,
They
22?
have won 21 series,
They're 21 and 9.
according to the Detroit Free Press.
So again, D-Mac, I don't get it, man. And you want to know what it is, and it all plays a part. Because to me, D-Mac, we use that term a lot here on this show, at least I do, the fantasyization of sports. Like, people think that trade markets are waiver wires in their fantasy league, and you can just go pick dudes up and do all of that stuff. And look, I think that hear about the team because they look at the Dodgers, right? If it's not like a guaranteed win, and we see this with the Lions. Like the snap reaction we see to the Lions in the first quarter of games. The game at Minnesota last year when they were down 10-0. Twitter melted down about Dan Campbell's not the guy and what's Brad Holmes doing? All that stuff. Like if it's not like a guaranteed path to a championship, we're soft. Like we are 1,000% soft, and we're seeing it again with this Tigers team. Like look, player for player, and I'm going to get killed for this, all right? And when you guys, hey, in the back, when you guys chop this up and put it on social media, put this part on it too, okay? I'm going to get killed for this. Player for player across the organization, are the Tigers the Dodgers?
No.
Not at all.
There are angles of the game that the Tigers are better at. They have the best pitcher in baseball. They have the best manager in baseball. They have an upper echelon bullpen, even though a guy that's got a 1.06 whip needs to, quote, throw his next pitch at Toledo. They have these things going for them. They have a matchup master as their manager that's gotten tremendous seasons, from the best season of McKinstry's career. Javi's had a revival. And when you dig into the numbers, you see Javi has faced lefties at the highest clip in his career.
Yep. Torque, Flaherty.
All of them. Yep. Kerry Carpenter, a role player, according to Spec.
Yes.
Okay, see? Yeah. There it is. That's what I want. That's the energy I want, D-Mac, from everybody right now. Let's just put it out there, everybody, okay? In our heart, we feel as though we're inferior to the Dodgers. We do.
Yes.
And that's where all this comes from. And guys, let me boil this all down. And this probably goes against what we do and what I do here for a living. But D-Mac, there is not a trade that's available to them at the trade deadline that can make this organization, player for player, equivalent to the Dodgers. There's not. There's not. On paper, in this granular sphere where everybody lives right now, there is not a move available at the deadline for you to say, wow, the Tigers have reached and passed the Dodgers as an organization. There's not. And I think in our heart, D-Mac, we know that. And it bothers us. But here's the deal. In this granular world, they don't use a simulator to play the games. Like, AJ gets his shot at the Dodgers if they go to the World Series. Tarek Skubal's going to pitch 2 to 3 games in that series. Like, that's their path to win, D-Mac. That's what they have to do to win. Will they be the favorite? No, they will not. Breaking news, everybody. They will not be the favorite. I just want everybody to get off this trade deadline. We're going to fix everything, and we're going to be equivalent to the Dodgers. Because player for player, we're not. But guess what? Give me Skubal and give me AJ Hinch, and I'll take a shot at it. And especially from where we've been, I'll take my chances.
Yeah, that's the baseball team.
Davids versus
so you have
Goliaths.
to manage the baseball team, and these are baseball players, right? They might not be the most elite or the best on paper, but together they find a way to do it because
through the power of friendship.
How many times you see it? We watch the Little League World Series every year, with some U.S. team and then some team Chinese Taipei or whatever like that. Like somebody comes out of nowhere, because they're a good baseball team, and that's what we have. Can we admit, right? We're not the most talented, but we have the best baseball team in baseball. Because I would arguably say that when push comes to shove, you're a better equipped baseball team throughout the lineup. Because the Dodgers play it one way, right? They got all the stars and all the hammers and the bombers and the Ohtanis and the names
and postseason proven dudes like Freddie Freeman.
That's what I'm saying is like there's not a rest in that lineup.
No,
right? Where ours is that you're not going to face the same guy every day. You're going to face the situational guy that's been there, that is playing for his teammate. And, because it only works when you get the most out of the potential of your players. And that's what AJ Hinch has got. Javi Baez, McKinstry, Perez.
Kerry Carpenter.
We got high-tier money ball, baby. Upper edge, elite money ball. Look at us, dude. Fuck Ohtani, we got the vibes.
Flannel Sam's dream.
AJ Hinch is maximizing the best of his players by putting them in situations for them to consistently have success, and that's what they've done. They've shown up in the situations where the numbers say they're going to show up. And you can continue to do that with the army of rotational pieces that AJ Hinch has to put them in where they're going to fit in and let them get that. It's so impressive to see him managing this team this way. And you really have like 4 or 5 everyday players on this line.
Right.
It's
and that's
crazy.
not slanderous. That's not. And like, I'm happy to see in the chat that I'm not getting killed about the Dodger stuff. Instead, I'm getting I am getting comments about Javi's tagging ability and stuff like that, which isn't really germane to the conversation right now. But I digress. Wheezy D313. People still waiting for the bottom to find out because the Tigers haven't done what they wanted. They are too emotional. Lunchbox in the chat. Neil, don't let people think it was all Riley that made Flannel mad. It was also Flannel. Don't want to give Hinch credit for the Tigers. And
That
I
was
can't.
part of it.
Hey, and look, Lunchbox, I can't help people like that want to ignore reality. There's a reason that it doesn't happen more often. Because people aren't as good of managers as AJ Hinch.
Yeah.
They're just not. D-Mac, and I'll say this before we get to the break, I just wish we could go back in time to the Cabrera teams and have AJ Hinch be the manager of those teams. I would give anything. And yes.
Or have that bullpen.
And yes, over Jim Leland.
Yes.
Yes.
Over
Absolutely.
Jim Leland.
We love Jim. But no, not
AJ
even
Hinch
close.
absolutely would have cashed in a chip with those rosters. Are you kidding me, dude? Those were better than the Astros rosters that he won a chip with. He wouldn't have had to cheat to win a championship with those Tigers rosters. Just kidding. Love you, AJ Hinch. You're the man. It was a joke. But not really that kidding about it.
I mean, it happened.
Wheezy D313, quote, the Detroit Tigers aren't serious as Javi Baez is on this team in 2025, attributed to Neil Rule.
Shit, at least he turned it around.
Yeah. Yeah. You mean the worst everyday player in the history of baseball?
Oh.
Yeah. If they had the worst
No.
everyday player in the history of baseball on their team again, they would not be
Good
serious.
thing they got this starting center fielder for the
Goddamn right.
All-Star game in the American League.
It was a movement.
It's Javi. Who's that guy that's starting in center field? It's Javi.
You damn right.
Tell them about Black Rocks, Benny.
Black Rock, I will tell you about Black Rock because, listen, you're going to want to hear this. They got sizzling deals all summer long, and they got promotions. Woodward Sports is heating things up with our sizzling new partner, Black Rock Bar and Grill, home of steak on a stone served on a 755-degree volcanic rock. And it's more than just a meal. It's an experience. And now they're cooking up summer giveaways. 8 weeks, 8 prizes, and 1 epic finale. The grand prize is 4 tickets to Detroit versus Chicago for the home football opener on September 14th. Never forget. Stay tuned. The prize drop and entry period comes open this Monday. So make sure you guys come check it out. BlackRockBarandGrill.com, and stay tuned with Woodward Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Feldman Chevrolet is Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer with 5 locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing. This month, they got a couple specials for you. 2026 Equinox LT, $209 per month, or a 2025 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab, $149 per month. Come on. Where are you going to get a better deal than that? Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
All right, keeping it pushing, just talking Tigers and philosophically talking about the Tigers and why do people flip out? Why they lose a game yesterday, sitting with the best record in baseball. And I see the meltdown on Twitter and Chase Lee's next pitch should be in Toledo and like all of it. And I just think it comes from we're insecure because at our heart, we know that organizationally, player for player, we aren't as good as the Dodgers. Right? Like that's, yeah. I think that's where it comes from. By the way, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Intern Simeon, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. If you want to skip the line in the chat thread, use the super chat. Dante151. People need to realize there's this thing called a scouting report that teams use before, during, and after games so teams can create a game plan against every single pitcher and batter. And yes, that is where it's at. Great Lakes 24, best fight scene, Slapshot versus Slapshot 2 versus Goon. No, it's the original Slapshot was that one had the best. That one had the best for sure. Woodward Sports chat thread. Harold Williams, trust me, Chase Lee won't make the playoff roster. LOL.
Probably not.
Well, duh.
He's pitched 21 games. He got a 1.06 whip.
Yeah,
he's been a part of their success.
Yeah.
That's fair to say. And you know what? That backs into my point, Harold, that you're going to see this, and we're going to see a fundamental shift in the playoffs, D-Mac, and we talk about this all the time. Playoff baseball is not regular season baseball. It's not even close to the same sport.
100% no.
Not even close to the same sport. And here's where I think that the Tigers are even more at a disadvantage. You're not going against the Pittsburgh Pirates number 5 starter in the playoffs, ever.
Right.
Ever. You're going against 1s and 2s and 3s. And yesterday, too, speaking of that, I talked about the fact that everyone that wants to flip out about a Tiger starter individually, and I saw it yesterday about Reese Olson as well. In the playoffs, you have 3 starting pitchers. Yep. And somebody pushed back, and they're like, well, no, in the only 7-game series, you have 4. Okay, the Dodgers, I believe, played, 16 postseason games last year, whatever that number was. 3 starters started 13 of them.
Yeah.
That's the way it works, everybody.
You want your best talent out there in the playoffs.
That's it.
Yeah.
So it gets tougher to get hits. Hits are tougher to come across when that happens. We're seeing a lot of slander about this, D-Mac. Wheezy D, why wasn't Detroit on anyone's top 5 comebacks? What's understood doesn't need to be explained, I think.
Yeah. And, I had Japan. I would say Japan made a way bigger comeback than Detroit.
From
a crater.
Yeah.
From a literal pile of ash.
At least Detroit's pile of rubble was at sea level.
Yes.
Right.
You didn't have to fix any of the infrastructure. Mike O, Tigers need to land another arm in prep of the playoffs. But D-Mac, we talked. That's every team is that.
Right. And here's the one thing is that they know what they need. Right.
Yeah.
To anything else. So, I mean, what are you gonna do? I think this is what you see is sort of what you get. I'd like for them to make a move, but I don't want it to cost any of our top young prospects, and I don't know if that guy's out there. Is it somebody that's not pitching right now? Is it an Alex Lang? I mean, I know that Alex Cobb, they're not getting good reports out of him, pitching or whatever coming back, but is there somebody, that's already in the organization? So they're pounding the tires. And the one thing is, do you think this team knows pitching?
They seem to.
Okay.
Definitely do.
Then we're on the same page.
So, Neil, you telling me if the Tigers did nothing at the trade deadline, you would be perfectly fine?
No, I said that I want them to do good team-ish.
Yep.
And good teams they get a bullpen arm.
Right.
That's just, you need,
You
I'm not
you
even saying.
get a hot bat and you get a bullpen arm.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that, I'm not saying it's got to be the highest of the high bullpen arms. It's just when it goes back to what I just said, how everything shrinks, they're all going to get one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So you need to get one too.
Yep.
However, I will say this, KG, is if the Tigers didn't add, the Tigers are in more of a position to not add a bullpen arm than most of the other teams are.
Absolutely.
Because their bullpen is better.
Yeah. Top 10 in the league, yes.
So you get what I'm driving at. But yeah, so again, it goes back to that with me, man. I think that we're kind of putting all of our eggs in this trade deadline basket because we think that there's some magical move they can make that's going to put us on par with the Dodgers talent for talent. And guys, prepare yourself mentally. There's just not. There's just not. Except for one.
Y'all are killing me with
There
this
is
shit.
one trade you can make that would not put you on the talent level of the Dodgers lineup, but I believe, and again, before you guys clip this and put it out there, this isn't going to happen. This trade is not going to be made.
But we do it to let you know what the kind of earth that you're living in, what kind of stratosphere it would take.
The only realistic or surefire way that you would have your best shot of beating the Dodgers lineup in a 7-game series is if you could pitch Tarek Skubal and Paul Skeens both twice.
And how would you go about getting Paul Skeens?
You would have to give up your soul. So, but we talked about it, And, I forget here. I got the trade right here. This was put out from ESPN. And the offer that he put out, that the ESPN put out, was Max Clark, Kevin McGonigal, Jackson Jobe, Colt Keith, and Sawyer Gibson-Long. And listen, that's a lot. And that's mortgaging a lot of your future, for sure. You do this trade 1,000 times out of 1,000 because you'd win the World Series this year. But you look at the even after that, you still got Rayner, you still got Briseño, you've still got Lorenzo, you've still got Chris Rodriguez. And remember, this farm system, Scott Harris built this in a cave with a box of scraps. Like, he built it in 3 years. So I would feel comfortable on him rebuilding it if you got Paul Skeens. Just saying, I would do it. It's not going to happen. That trade's not going to happen, but that's what... That's how you would beat the Dodgers in the playoffs, is by pitching the 2 best pitchers in the world twice each.
And D-Mac, ESPN, wrote this. Like, they put it out there. It's not something we cooked up. We're not sitting here,
Yeah. They're going to blame us anyway.
They're going to blame, you're going to blame us anyway. And I'll get blamed for it, even though Spenny brought it up. But hey, that's fine. I can take it. 1 o'clock comes every single day, D-Mac.
Thank goodness.
Right?
But that's the point, though, D-Mac. If you want to be, quote, on the Dodgers level, that's what it's going to take.
Yes.
Like an earth-shattering
If you want to
move.
match them on paper or going into it, you think you need that to challenge them?
This ain't a scene.
Right? If that's what you think. But to me, I mean, that's not even...
Yeah, come on.
There's too many guys on that list.
Yeah.
Well, but...
That's what it would take.
That's what it would take because you
have the 23-year-old Cy Young winner who's under contract and he's getting paid $700,000 a year. And I also said he wouldn't get the kicker to his salary for winning Cy Young because Skubal would win Cy Young. So you wouldn't even have
that's
to pay,
big brain.
You wouldn't even have to pay him the $10 million next year. It would be like $700,000.
That's big brain stuff.
I'm just saying. But it's not. I know it's not going to happen. I know they're not going to trade for Paul Skeens. But it was put out there by ESPN. And that, talk about a fever dream of baseball boners. Watching a 7-game series of that Dodgers lineup going up against Skeens and Skubal twice, that would be the best series in the history of the World Series.
My only problem...
It would be fucking awesome.
My only problem is, what if it don't work? And on top of that, we've tried this before.
Yeah.
We have.
But
We've had 2 of the best pitchers on the planet, and it didn't result in a goddamn thing.
But you didn't have A.J. Hinch.
You didn't. Or a bullpen.
But KG, going back to that, then you shoot your shot. And the Dodgers are the evil empire, and there's nothing that can be done.
Shot, I'm back in the gutter for another 7 years.
But you're back in the gutter for 7 years anyway, because Shohei Ohtani's under contract till he's 45.
True, but at least I got a shot with my young dogs.
With these
and you're really
prospects,
not back in the gutter.
You don't think with these prospects or whatever that? Do you think right now it's you and the Dodgers for the World Series? Correct? Right?
Yeah, theoretically.
You don't make right, which you say you're the underdog. Now. You're not as big as underdog as Indiana was.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally
you're not under, and you are only getting better.
Yeah.
They're great players who are there, are going to continue to be sort of like the Red Wings were, and they're going to still do their thing and be great.
Pieces, yeah.
You are still maneuvering, manufacturing, bringing different guys in. You got more assault. So eventually with your youth, that's the mindset. Or we go out and do this, right? And give them all and get these 2 pitchers, and can we rock this way? I think you could, with Skeens and Skubal, right, against the Dodgers in a series.
That would be so awesome.
The odds of you winning are a lot greater, but then reverse without losing all these guys and keep rolling it back with this way with the 2 top pitchers. Do you get to the World Series with them because you've given away your farm system and now you got to count on...
But... That's where I look
You know
at
what
it.
I'm saying? Like, to me, it's 2 questions. I like where you're at with your young guys coming up because of who your manager is and the culture they're building.
Yes.
And it's sort of, we're just going at it again and going at it again. It's different than the window. Baseball window is different, isn't it, Neil, than it is in football?
Absolutely.
Or whatever. Like, because you can, if you do it right, you can continue to build and add, but also... The money shouldn't matter.
The Orioles liked all their young guys too, and now they're the worst team, one of the worst teams in baseball. And I don't think if you if you traded those pieces, yes, you're obviously your farm system would take a huge hit. You'd still be like a top half farm system in the league, even if you lost McGonigal and Max Clark. And then you look at what your floor would be with that team. Is worst case scenario, you don't win the World Series, Skubal leaves in free agency. Then you have the same team you have right now, pretty much, with Paul Skeens instead of Tarek Skubal. So you'd be the same team.
Yeah, but at that point, you got to pay your way out of that. You're like, it's going to take a while to draft and develop.
KG,
and all that
at
shit.
some point, you got to pay your way in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, but
at some point, you
our
do.
organization hasn't proved to do that in a long time.
And
So-
here
right.
we are back where we started
You
from.
guys are glossing over the best point Spenny made. You don't have Skubal signed.
Yes.
So in doing this sort of
Could kick
is
can down the
insurance to at least maintain.
And that's what it is. If we're even worried or there is a second thought about re-signing Tarek Skubal, you have to do this trade. Because you got to go win the World Series right now while you have him.
Yep. Woodward Sports chat thread, Paper Chungus, 2 bullpen gas arms are what they need to win the World Series.
I think if you get Aroldis Chapman and somebody else, a bat somewhere else, I think you are the favorite in the American League, and
I think they're the favorite in the American League right now.
Yeah, probably. Houston
beat them last year.
You did beat them last year, but this is not the same Houston team from last year. It's not the same Tigers team.
We ain't
either.
the same team either.
Sure.
Wheezy D313, Neil, the Dodgers are going to make a move at the deadline, so we have to do something. And Wheezy, but see, going back to this,
have to.
But going back to this though, even if you do make said move in your proposal there, you are just equaling what the Dodgers did. You're not gaining ground on the Dodgers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just want everyone to kind of adjust their mindset here.
The only way you're going to match the Dodgers is if you open the checkbook.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
That's the only way you're going to match any of these teams. Like I said, when we were talking about it before the show, and we were getting heated, and I said Neil was talking about the Tigers lineup and the Dodgers lineup and the discrepancies, and the only team that you could almost go bar for bar with everyday lineups with the Dodgers is the Mets, because like KG said, because they shell out the fucking money to bring in these guys.
Yeah.
So it's a really weird spot that the Tigers are in right now, because I don't think they expected to be this good.
No, they didn't.
Hurricane in the chat. Dodgers rented out Flaherty. We need to try to do the same. See, like,
you can do something like, and that's what we're talking. Those are moves like, yeah, that's the kind of move.
If you're going to win in the playoffs, Flaherty's going to be a part of that.
Yes,
he just is.
I believe so.
He's got to be.
I don't know if he has to.
You're not getting a picture of his caliber like coming along mid-season.
Bingo.
Yeah.
And
No,
again,
but you can get a player of that caliber, because you're not going to go after a starting pitcher, a bat. An arm, like I said, Aroldis Chapman, Eugenio Suarez is thrown out there.
But anyone that's in a mode where they need a Flaherty isn't taking away a bat from their lineup.
Yeah.
Oh,
you see what?
No, not trading Flaherty for that guy. No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what we're talking about.
But see, like,
okay, I thought you meant adding a player of Flaherty's caliber at the deadline. That's what I meant.
No, like trade Flaherty. Like, what are we talking about here, man?
Flaherty's not going anywhere, and he's not going anywhere next year either, because nobody's probably going to pay him $25 million a year.
Yeah.
So
and the bottom line is, again, I keep going back to it. Whenever it was, October? So where are we at? We're in July 7.
Yeah.
7 and 2. Like 9 months ago, he started the World Series for the Dodgers.
Yeah, and we pretty much that Dodgers team is the only team that could get away with that. Because it's not like he was lights out, but because they have
Freddie Freeman,
4 MVPs on their roster.
Yeah, they bats is ridiculous.
I just, man.
They're not trading Flaherty. Flaherty's going to be a Tiger the rest of this year and next year, because he's not opting out.
And that is true. Rando Smalls, Tigers will outpitch the Dodgers. At some point, D-Mac, you have to get hits.
Yes.
That's the
You
problem.
can outpitch all you want.
That's always been the problem.
But you have to score runs to win.
Mike O, corn on the cob is underrated. I agree.
Corn on the cob. I don't know.
What?
I don't know if it's underrated.
Yeah,
I
what?
think it's well deserved.
D-Mac, if you look at corn on the any time I'm grilling anything,
yes,
burgers,
yes,
steaks, anything. You know that little small rack on the top? out of habit, just throw 6 cobs of corn on
You
there
have to.
and grill it just because it's there, and they're like 50 cents a cob.
And you can eat it plain. You can dress it up.
Yeah,
I love
you
Mexican corn.
You can whip
Like,
up that
man,
sauce.
what? Stop it. That tahine. and
Yeah,
shit,
you can
what?
whip up that sauce and
Yep.
sprinkle the Parm cheese or the
Yeah.
Gojita cheese or whatever on there. Like it's incredible.
I kind of just like doing it bareback.
You
honestly.
can
And
bareback
that's fine
it,
too.
though. That's what I'm saying.
And
It's
that's
good
how I eat
regular.
it.
Yeah.
I literally just eat it plain,
Maybe some butter and salt.
and it always hits.
Yeah.
Always. And it's literally a quarter, 50 cents like per
Yeah,
cob.
it's an extreme, like steel for sure.
Yeah, it is. So you know what? It is underrated.
Top 5 corns. I think we got to do that. No, that's
Is
a
there
great
5
one.
corns?
They're
My number 1 is gonna piss people off. I'm
I
a cream
better
corn.
not be cream corn.
I
dude.
love cream corn.
Oh, God,
yes.
bro.
D-Mac. KG has hit his first bump in the road since he's been back. I don't know that he's going to survive today.
KG, I got your back, bro. I love cream corn too.
Yeah, it's not candy corn, but I'm just saying.
Candy
if it's
corn
cooked,
is the worst.
If it's cooked the right way, you
I'm
would love it.
taking candy. I'm taking candy corn over cream corn.
Yo, you out
No.
your fucking mind. You out your mind.
See, I'm
you
a
even got to
texture guy.
admit, cream corn is better than candy corn.
Any day of the week.
I'm a texture guy, dude. I don't like cream
Oh,
corn.
well, that makes sense for
I
Smitty.
don't like pudding. I don't like yogurt.
Yeah, you don't.
I'm good on eating slop, dude. Like, no thanks.
If y'all get cream corn cooked the right way, you will love it. I promise you.
Freddie
I like
felt.
corn dip, Mexican corn dip.
Yeah, corn dip.
Oh, that's
Oh,
the
of course.
best.
Yeah, of course.
Best.
Freddie felt 313. How about top five foods you eat with your hands?
Ooh,
It's actually pretty solid.
That is a
I
good.
like that.
'cause I had dude. You know what is number 1 on that list? A fucking big ass mutton leg or like lamb shank. Those big.
Yeah.
A leg of a wild animal.
That you
is
get
the
at a
best.
Renaissance fair?
Yeah,
See,
dude.
I,
So fucking
Some
good.
mine is crab legs.
Crap. Ooh, that's a good one. Seafood boil.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a good one. That might be-
Ryan's reaction: is corn on the cob the best vegetable?
No.
No.
I'd take asparagus.
Yeah, I'm into greens.
I like spinach more. I like carrots.
like broccoli.
More. Broccoli's good.
Yeah.
I'd take corn over broccoli.
Asparagus, yeah.
It's funny, man. We're sitting here talking Tigers and
Corn.
It's con. A big lump and knob. It's got
Sam
juice.
Flannel.
It's got
Flaherty was bad in the
juice.
playoffs last year, to be fair.
He was.
But to be fair, he was a Game 1 starter for a team that had a $1 billion payroll.
Right.
And they won.
That is also true.
I haven't heard Bafillion in a while. That's a lot.
Green beans are good.
And they won.
Yeah.
It was good.
Buffalo-
I like Brussels sprouts, man.
Brussels sprouts are good. You know
fucking
what's
fire.
slept on? Artichokes.
Yeah.
Like an artichoke where you tear the leaves off.
I agree.
Dude, I haven't
can
had a
sleep
good
all over
artichoke.
that.
I've had bacon wrapped artichoke. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Paper Chungus. Tigers Farm System's finally legit now. Scott Harris is good, but Scott needs to turn into Dave Dombrowski
No,
and
that's
fleece
not on him.
teams.
Not
And
on
he
him.
would never do that. Like
Yeah.
that would go against his whole goddamn,
That ain't who we are.
message.
Remember who you are. If we are not the Dodgers, we're not going to be doing stuff like that.
But yeah. Okay. Well,
We're more Tampa Bay Rays than we are Dodgers.
Yes, we are. And again, there is not a move at the deadline that I think that people are blind to that or don't want to admit that, or I don't even know what the story is with it. There is not a move. Everyone that's looking at this trade deadline like it's going to fix everything and we're going to be the favorites to win the World Series, guys. I hate to disappoint you. There is not a move that could be made that would make the Tigers a favorite in the World Series.
There might be one, but it's
telling
not going to happen.
They would still be underdogs.
That's
Yeah,
probably-
Yes.
You're
yeah,
not a
that's probably
favorite to the Dodgers.
They could have Scooble and Skeens, Spenny,
You
and
know-
they're still an underdog
Yeah,
on Caesar
but you know
Sportsbook.
how fucking awesome of a series that would be? That would be the highest viewed World Series
sorry,
in fucking forever.
But my point is that you prove the point with it, though.
Yeah.
You could add Skeens and
it's
do this
still-
Fantasyland trade, and you would still be an underdog.
Can we get kind of the Luka treatment? Can we,
No.
Can they force Skeens to Detroit for a cheap deal?
You think Rob Manfred fuck with us
Hey
like
man,
that? No, come on, man.
that would be the best thing to happen to the MLB because.
But the biggest
because
part-
Dodgers Tigers would be the highest watched World Series in the history of baseball.
But and you know what? If you want to get granular on that trade thing about it too, the biggest parts of that trade won't be here till 2027 anyway.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. There's a lot of speculation that Kevin McGonigal could be the starting shortstop for the Tigers next year.
I'm cool with that too, but. And I'm sorry, I'm not wishing this on this man, but anybody that throws with the velocity that Skeens throws with, and he hasn't had Tommy Johns yet. I'm sorry. That shit can happen at any given fucking point. Maybe even in the playoffs. Maybe
it could happen to Scooble too.
Yes.
Yo, it absolutely can. But let's hope. Right, we hope not. But Scooble has already survived a big injury, and he's turned into what we've seen now. With Skeens, he's still young. I don't want to risk that. I don't. Not all of that much of the future.
I'm risking it for the biscuit, man.
I hear
I'm
you,
doing it.
but that's
I
because
want
we
a championship
starved.
so fucking bad.
That's only because we are starved as a fan base, and they kind of go back to Neil's point. That's part of the reason too, is because we've been so starved for winning Tiger baseball for so long. That's why you get the nitpicks. That's why you get the critiques. That's why they treat the Tigers like they treat the Lions, and to a degree the Pistons, and to a degree the Red Wings. Like, we're so fucking starved as a community, as a city, for any type of winning product.
I don't think we're starved. I just think that this is society now, and we're all so insecure.
That's a part of it too. Yeah.
For real.
That is true. Microwave society.
Yeah.
We live. Hey,
it'd be different if we were a perennial team in every sport. I know, right? If we were a perennial playoff team in every sport consistently, I don't think we would care as much.
I love Birmingham in the summer.
I mean, look at Kansas City fans. The Chiefs fans, they're not doing the shit Lions fans do.
No, we talked about that last year, though.
I
remember, D-Mac, when we talked about that, I said, we're in those waters now with the Chiefs.
No,
we are.
not.
We need to act like it as a
not.
fan base.
We're not.
No, in terms of chasing.
In the same results, but you're swimming in the
same pool.
Yeah.
100%. We're
You're
all
in
in
the
the deep
pool. You
end.
might not be in the deep end
Yeah.
because that's where the trophies are, but you know what? They know you're there. You're
Yeah.
swimming in there.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are, Spenny.
No.
As far
They
as
have multiple Super Bowl championships.
No,
We're
no,
not.
that
it's
doesn't
not
matter.
the trophy case. It's the pool of every
Contenders.
year. It's
All right,
like
then
who,
we're
who can
swimming
win?
at the bottom of that pool. Kansas City sitting on 4 life rafts.
Yeah.
But Spenny,
But it's the same
Y'all
pool.
in the same place.
We're talking
Yeah.
about the body of water.
what happened
we're
before
all-
doesn't matter.
Right.
We're
We on the other side of the
We're all in
party.
the NFL, sure, yeah.
No, we are just on the other side of the party, man. The other side of the
How many
club.
teams
We not where the action
is
is.
Kansas City Super Bowl contender this year?
They're
Yes.
Super Bowl
Are
or bust.
Detroit Lions Super Bowl contender?
We're Super Bowl or bust.
Yes.
Are they? You're saying they're not a contender?
No, they are.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's the same pool.
Baltimore, Buffalo.
That's the same pool. It's just that they got the
49ers.
cabanas and they got all the bling bling
They got-
and
they
they
got
got the bar service and whatever. You know
poolside
where you
service,
are.
yeah. Sure.
You're down there with your towel,
Exactly. just walk
right?
through the door.
But you're
just
what?
check my
But you're
coat
down
in.
there. You can see them,
Yeah.
and you're not outside scoping in and looking
Right.
across the, like
know
half
what it
the other
is?
We
team.
just left coat check. We
No,
looking for the bitches
we're
right now.
we're all in. We're all VIPs at Aria. We all are. Okay. The Chiefs are. We are. All of it. They have a security detail that sits next to them.
They're
Right.
in the super VIP.
And bottle service.
Yeah, and the bottle service and stuff
we
like
got a
that.
Corona standing at the bar. like, yeah, all right.
But
they
we're
know
all in
who
the
you
VIP
are.
section.
Yeah.
But we all got the chance to smash the same girl.
And that is true. Like, we got the game to talk to the chicks too.
Right. Just because we broke,
Yeah.
shit, it's-
But that shows you how much game we got.
Yeah, but you better hope that those guys got no game because that's the only way it's trickling
Right.
down to you.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Great
You
Lakes
ain't get to talk
24.
to
Do you think Pulisic and company are somewhat relieved that the USA lost? Great Lakes, I mean, no, I don't
No.
think so. Because I legit think that Pulisic sat this one out because, again, the Serie A season ends next year, and 3 weeks later, the World Cup starts.
Yeah.
Like games.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So
And that's more important.
that is, yeah. So, no, I don't think that they're I'm not relieved they lost. We stink. So,
And probably will for a while.
like, yeah, man. I mean, that's where it is. Big Con 51 is Lake Michigan is at pool. Then, yeah, we're in the pool. See what I mean? That's insecurity, dude. The Chiefs had the same expectations we did. It's
Yeah.
Super Bowl or bust.
That is
Yeah.
true.
The Ravens, Super Bowl or bust.
Yes.
Sir.
The Bills.
The Bills.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I would argue they probably have more pressure on them.
Yeah, because he just won the MVP, Josh Allen.
The
So.
Commanders. Super Bowl or bust.
Yeah, I mean,
They went all in.
you get to the NFC Championship game by default.
They're in the same boat we are.
You're Super Bowl or
They're
bust the
literally
next
the
year.
Lions last year.
Yeah.
Like they had the run, they just didn't win the division.
Granted, they had a 55 spot hung on them in that
Yeah.
NFC
Yeah,
Championship.
that's true.
It was nuts.
But anyway, DET fan man, we've had 4 teams fighting for last place for like 15 years. Now at least 3 teams are competitive, 2 are elite. But we don't know how to handle this yet. It's wildly new to be good around here. And it's just in our nature to be insecure. Our social media, based society has only added to insecurities,
Right.
Because we look at everyone's highlight reel and compare that to our blooper reel.
True.
So,
and then just in Detroit, we've experienced so many failed goddamn projects. I mean, we got PTSD. We just do.
Rando Smalls, no team in any sport wants to play a Detroit team. I think the Canadians want to play the Red Wings.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ottawa sure does.
I think any team in Canada wants to play the Red Wings.
I would agree with that as well. Ryan's reaction, Chiefs are washed. I mean, maybe they are, maybe they're not.
Yeah.
But
They
either
were in the Super Bowl
Yeah.
last year.
Yep. To be the man, you got to beat the man.
I would love to be washed.
Yeah, but they still expect to win the Super Bowl, and if they don't, it's a failure.
Right. As long as Patrick Mahomes is on that roster, they are
And
a
now
Super
they
Bowl
got two
contender.
Tyreek Hills. I'm just kidding.
All right, how are we going to handle this? Gold Crown?
Where are we at? Yeah, we'll do.
We're 2.5 breaks
wow,
behind.
2.5. Okay.
Hey, Thursday fight's coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, I need that video. Send that.
Yeah, I got it. We'll just do it on.
Okay.
We don't got to throw it on the back wall. We'll just do it as a graphic. Yeah, we'll do Gold Crowd and Lady Jane's.
Okay.
Gold Crown Concentrates are their bread and butter, crafting elite collab extracts since their caregiver days. Gold Crown partners with craft growers across Michigan to bring you exclusive full-spectrum concentrates, infused pre-rolls, and live resin-infused gummies. Their new line, Crown Jewels, is here. Gelatin-free, effect-based, coated in nerds for that extra pop. Find Gold Crown in over 300 dispensaries statewide. Smoke like royalty, all rise for the reign of royal highs, only with Gold Crown.
What about Lady Jane's?
What about Lady Jane's, Smitty? It's all about the haircut, and let's be honest, we like things simple. We like gimmies on the golf course, uncomplicated. That's Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Walk in, sign in, sit down before you know it, you're handsome and clean. Lady Jane's open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
I threw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
Where are we going, Loom?
Loom.
Oh, here we go. Summer's heating up. Michigan is buzzing. Each can delivers 7.5 milligrams of real THC wrapped in bubbles. Crafted with real fruit juice and no artificial sweeteners. They're bold in flavor but low in calories. And Spenny, 100% hangover free.
Oh, yeah.
All bubbles, no troubles. Perfect for poolside sips, bonfire nights. Lake day chills are on the golf course. Available at any of Loom's 38 locations across Michigan. Use code WSM30 for 30% off your entire order, online or in store. Go to www.loom.com today.
And if you're looking for a new whip to pull up to Lumen, make sure you hit up Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. They've got deals for everybody. Call, scan the QR code, go to lesstanford.com, schedule your appointment, ask for my guy, Goron. He is the man. He will get you into any car you want, I promise you. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC.
All right, hour number 2, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter, intern Simeon, all here.
KG's got some bangers in here.
Yeah,
dude.
man.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Tammy Chin's in the chat.
Hey,
so good to
shout
see
out
Tammy. Good to see Tammy back in
Good morning.
here. Hope the summer's going well for you.
Afternoon.
Enjoy it because it goes by too quickly. But yeah, so it is hour number 2. Jump into that Woodward Sports chat thread. Subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel, pushing 85,000 subs. There's a Lions game in 21 days. 3
I'm
weeks.
not ready. I'm really not. I want to keep my heart rate the way it is right now. You know.
How you guys want to handle this? We want to get to Thursday fights. What do you want to do?
Oh,
You
yeah.
tell
we
me.
do Thursday fights.
I missed this.
D-Mac, you ready for some Thursday
Let's
fights?
do it.
Ding ding.
It's the segment. Hold on, in the chat real quick. I did want to get to this one. With Ermanni being gone, is Big D Energy now the final word? Now?
Yeah. What are you talking about, dude?
Where you been, bro?
We've been the final word.
Yeah. I just wanted to get that out there.
I know.
It's fair.
It's
I
okay.
like it. Shout out Ryan.
Yeah.
Shout out Ryan.
Oh, we love him.
But what?
Your tone, man, as always.
Oh, there's no tone to it. It's fact.
Yeah, there's some tone in there though.
Facts don't have tone.
Yours do.
They're still facts. Anyway, all right. It is the segment that is sweeping the sports world, as a matter of fact. Mr. Darren McCarty, the fine purveyor of over 125 NHL fights.
Wow. Damn, it's
129 regular season.
129 regular season NHL fights. He knows a thing or two about putting the Dukes up. All right, let's just say it like that.
D-Mac?
What's your win
Over 100
percentage?
fights?
Yeah,
you
what's
over
your
500?
what's your win percentage?
I think so 129 regular season. I think probably another 10 exhibition. Probably another 10
Exhibition fights is
Right.
Probably.
Wow.
You add 45 my 1 year in the minors.
Yeah.
So, and then you add probably
You had 45 fights your
60
one-
in
In the minors.
Did you say you
I
had 45
I got
fights
like
1 year?
250.
You have 45 in 1 year?
Well, yeah,
minors?
the year before I made Detroit.
In the
278
minors.
penalty minutes with 45 majors, no
fights in the
10s.
minors.
Don't they only play like 60 games? 65
No, we played
games?
80.
You play 80?
Yeah.
So you have a fight more than every other game.
Yes, more than
In
half
the minors,
games.
before you try to make the team. Had
Hey,
19
D-Mac
goals,
is
too.
the fucking
Gotta
man.
get it how you live.
Yeah, get it how
D-Mac
you
is the
live.
man.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Shua says best segment of the week, and it is. For those that don't know, if you're new to
This is a
this,
special one.
the moral of the story is Darren McCarty's been in a lot of fights.
Yeah.
So he knows a thing or two about them. He drops his expertise. We play a fight video, and it's just people fighting.
And then also, if you were listening yesterday, because
Yes.
usually Doc Pierce is in on Tuesdays, was here yesterday, and he let a little nugget go that people didn't know, is that I boxed summertime 12 years, like trained.
Yeah.
Right, that's
For
what I
fighting.
did. Just to be a better, for that, but also the conditioning and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's
so
good workout.
I know my way around the ring, right, from doing that. So in watching this now, today's edition, guys, Spenny, is the volume?
The volume is down.
Can we turn the volume? I want to play. Is it possible?
Yeah, we can use the volume.
I want to play this through after I introduce it, and I'm going to play it through the first time, and I don't want anybody to comment over it because I want you to experience this clip, and I want you to hear the narratives, and then when we break it down, we can go through it. This brings a tear to my eye. This brings, you know what? The boys out there taking business or taking care of business. What do I mean by that? When you have a brethren, when you have a brother in arms, a guy who's a former NHL player. Now, the big guy in this video's name is Nick Tarnasty.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Now, Nick Tardassi is about 6'2", 225 pounds when he played, so I'd say he's probably a little bit bigger than that now. Anyways, he has accumulated probably 700 professional hockey games between the AHL, Russia, and the NHL and stuff like that. He played in Florida, played in Tampa, Montreal, stuff like that. He was tough, right? 1,100 penalty minutes.
Yeah.
Like, so a guy that knows his way around. Now, also, too, if you talk to anybody, one of the nicest guys, which most enforcer guys are, but just a great teammate and a great guy. But enough's enough. So I want you to watch this clip, and if this has another special place in my heart because it's on the golf course, which we do not condone any of this, right? We don't condone.
We simply react to it.
We just are reacting to this. But maybe you've been in this situation, maybe not. Now, also, too, segue, Spenny, I just did the Loom Buzzin' read. Buddy might have been better off drinking a few Buzzins and having a little buzz instead of alcohol. When you cannot contain your alcohol in public, you should not do it. Trust me, from a guy who used to know. Anyway, so we're going to play this. This is Nick Tardassi. Did we ever find out the other dude's name?
No.
All right, we'll call him PB.
PB.
Punching bag. So let's watch.
You guys need to get off the golf course. Yeah, we will, man. Go now. Like, pack up, go now.
Oh, tough guy here.
And go. You're not scaring anybody. You're just making yourself. Hey, man. Come on, man. Hey.
Off to a good start, buddy.
I fucking told you. Man, leave him alone. You want another? You want one too? Came at me. Leave him alone, man. I got it all on record. It's around the golf. I got it all on record.
Up in there. All right, there's a lot to break down.
Yes.
Right?
We haven't even started yet, and there's a lot to break
so far,
down.
but I wanted you, because the audio in these, right, it's just sort of like a police cam. We got to give everybody the right justice. Whoever's videoing this, by the way, pretty good job.
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty good job. So it looks as if, and from what we come to tell, is on the golf course, Buddy's hammered.
Fairly common. It's fairly common.
And to me, this. So from reading the story, 23 minutes they waited for them to go, and they still hadn't left, right? So Nick's a little bit perturbed. Obviously, you see Buddy. He was not. He's hooting and hollering like an animal in the wild, and he says, "You're not scaring anybody, Buddy," right? But then he's had enough, and
let's fucking go.
Right. So let's go, and this is what happens. You're gonna rush any guy that big or whatever, and he told him he was going to throw him in the lake.
Hey, man.
Come on, bro.
Come on, man.
So he just that looked more like Penny Sewell.
Yes,
it did.
Just bull rush. Didn't it look like he just like pancaked that dude?
Like a pulling guard.
And he did tell him. To be fair, he did tell him what he was going to do.
He did, and then
now, D-Mac, hold on. He has told this man what he's going to do
100%. 100%.
And he told him again what he's going to do.
100%.
He's telling him again right now as he's crawling out of the lake. He told him what he's going to do again. So none of this is new to anyone there.
Right.
Okay, let's roll on.
Buddy tried to play the piece. Okay, right here.
Oh, God.
Dude, do you see that right there?
Like,
oh, my gosh. Rule number one, if you're going to be an idiot or you're smaller, do not ever let the big guys get you locked out. Do you see that?
Yeah, the
Spenny, rewind that. I want everybody.
He's locked.
Watch this. This is muscle memory or whatever. Watch when Nick in the white decides enough's enough, and he grabs him because there's a split second. Buddy's trying to help him. Look at boom.
He's locked, bro.
Right here, and go ahead.
Yep,
boom.
right there.
You're locked out. You're done. It's over with by now.
We've learned this from this segment, from Thursday Fights. You have taught us this. Rule number one, the grab. The grab is the most important thing in a fight of this structure, right? In the street fight. If you can lock, it's over for your opponent Because you can't be hit.
Well, at that size, the only chance for the smaller guy is to shoot right here.
You got
right?
to shoot.
And he wasn't shooting anything except.
No way he's shooting him.
Okay, so now watch. And this is what I said too. And you tell me in the chat. Let's play out a couple of these smacks. Boom.
Bam.
Boom.
Bam.
Now,
60%ers, guys.
Yeah.
Do you understand that?
That was
So
not
I
full
will
power.
say this is why this man, Nick Tarda, is such a nice dude. Even there, knowing the guy's drunk, could have wailed. He came over the top. Look where he punched him. He
Yep.
didn't bring him from here.
Yep.
He brought him like, you're annoying me. And,
Just put
and
some on your
I
mouth.
hope you can get the point.
Yeah.
Right?
Trying to put something on your mouth.
And what happens? Some people just don't get the point. Spenny, play it.
D-Mac, hold on, Spenny. D-Mac, I've told you this many times.
I got so excited I spilled my coffee.
The nature of NHL players and hockey players. The violence in which you guys do things with a lot of civility.
Tons of civility.
It's incredible.
This
to
is
me.
the ultimate, and hear me out here. This is the ultimate puck around and find out moment.
Big fact.
Right? Because also, too, if you run into, and I will speak from an NHL player that is orating you to stop because this is what I'm going to do, well, this is what he's going to do. Right? So the way that he grabbed him, the way that he's still trying to be civil, Neil.
Yeah.
Right? The
Yes.
civility right there, which you said is still, was that not some niceties? That was almost like bitch slapping the guy to me.
Correct. It was civil.
Oh, thanks, Ken.
It
was civil. So right here, watch, but buddies, we all know these people. Usually, these are my cousins back in the day. They're just so stupid that it's just gonna escalate himself. And then what are you doing there, white shoes?
Into a ball, dude. Look at
Watch
this
that,
guy.
and so I'll tell you this:
He's
the
right into
fact
a
that
grizzly bear.
I've had to lock you out and I put my hands on you. Now I'm getting mad.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting mad.
Oh,
You get
shit.
out of here.
Yeah, sure.
You get out of
Bro,
here.
both of
And
y'all,
this guy, like,
What do you do here, D-Mac?
You run.
I think right here I'm crossing over and absolutely
D-Mac,
drilling
This
his
is
mouth.
the point of no return.
Yeah.
This is where either you gonna get knocked the fuck out or
D-Mac, this is a question I have for you. When I see him, what I saw him before, the stance he takes, that's a man that's been in fights. Like
You
the
think?
stance doesn't lie.
Oh, you think
D-Mac,
left foot forward, ready to and ready to unload?
Like look
This
at
is
Like
the best part
I'll
of
tell
the
you
fight.
this right now, he's more annoyed.
This is the best part of the fight because he goes full comic book mode where he is giving sound effects for his next series of punches. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
I want
Nice.
the people to look at this picture. Which man is ready to fight?
Yeah, come on.
And
man.
which man is
And
not?
which man is drunk off
ready
his
to
ass?
die, damn near.
and here it is.
Oh!
Did you hear that first one?
Boom, 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 bam, bam.
Listen to the first one.
Type of shit I'm on wouldn't understand. Dog, that's hilarious.
I'll give that drunk dude, like he
he's
had
got
to
a
be
chip.
real drunk, dude, because usually be not. But he hit him in the side of the head. He
Yeah.
didn't hit him on the button.
Yeah. And then dropped an enough on him.
Enough.
And here he comes
Dog,
again.
he's wobbling.
This is the
dear.
best ever.
Again, D-Mac. Look at
He caught air. He caught air, man.
Oh, and a thud.
Damn.
And the thud.
The fall away slam.
dude, D-Mac.
Bro, he hit him with a fucking fall away slam.
The stance he took on the
He hits the
throw.
ground
You know what
so
that was
hard.
like? Honestly,
hip
that's
toss.
like one. That's like one of my family fights.
Yeah.
No, like cousin fights or whatever, because one of them's too drunk that you have to like throw him somewhere.
He hit the ground.
But
so
but
hard.
I mean the resilience on the kid.
yeah.
Thomas Perry, play the damn clip. Hey, Thomas, we'll tell you how we're going to work Thursday
Yeah.
fights.
Hey,
all right, Thomas?
And I'll tell you this: the so Canadian about it. is that dude's not embarrassed. He's bragging to his buddies. Bro, did you see the shots I took, bro?
Yeah.
You want nothing to do with me.
What do you?
I want to hear an interview with the drunk.
Yeah. What do you rate the guy's chin? Like the drunk dude's chin?
Oh, dude, he can take a punch.
He took a punch. Yeah,
Like
a lot of them.
low key,
But I also
I'm
don't think he
Tarnowski wasn't trying to kill him.
How about
Wasn't
that,
trying to
Greg?
kill him.
Is it a Canadian heritage moment?
Oh, absolutely. Look at that. He got him vertical, bro.
He's horizontal, man. Come on. He like
Good form by Tarnowski, too.
it's like
But,
a hip toss he gave him.
I don't know.
That shit is
The moral of this story. The moral of this story is this: when you're in these situations, you need to take stock of a man's stance because it will tell you everything.
Yeah.
It will tell you whether or not you should even be involved in this.
Neil, I truly believe a very wise poet once told us this before. The hips do not lie.
No.
The hips do not lie.
They don't.
Shakira.
Like
The stance and the size, like, bro, you was already outmatched size-wise. But
That's
when
how.
he takes that stance,
And honestly, I think the guy was more than drunk to
yeah.
be able to endure that.
Oh,
That
yeah,
had
on
a
some
little
booger
bit
sugar.
of.
He was off some snooters.
Yeah.
for
He had
this.
some snooters for sure, bro.
I can still do
Even the snooter rage at the beginning.
Oh yeah, the snooter.
And even getting thrown in the water didn't wake him up. You
Yep.
thought at the beginning that would have been all right.
Let's
fucking go.
in the chat, Michael Weary, damn, getting hit with sound effects must suck.
It's
Yeah,
so
big fat.
awesome.
That's tough to recover
Bang,
from, I think, as a
bang,
man.
Bang.
he sound like Mike Breen.
For real got his ass beat by Mike Breen. Let's watch through the whole clip one more time.
Yeah, let's watch it. Let's watch it from the beginning.
You
Okay.
guys need to get off the golf course.
He's talking himself into it.
Pack up, go now. Park and go.
Honestly, if you're going to fight this guy, that's what you got to do. You
Yeah,
got to
but-
get in the zone.
At this
No
point.
avail.
Come on, man.
His friend.
Hey, off to a good start, buddy.
Good start, buddy.
Great chirp, dude.
Record. I got it all on record.
Oh, he's banging him there.
He's banging him there.
He got hit with 2 sets of sound effects.
No fucking way.
He hits the ground so hard.
God damn.
That's shoulder damage.
He hit him with
yeah.
the Guardian alarm. Get out. The commentary is just as good as the fight.
Dude, not a good start, or off to a good start, buddy.
You know what, though? It took him 2 times, but then finally he walked away.
Yeah.
But credit to your guy, though, man. That was as civil of a beating as I've ever seen.
No, for real.
And
He could have
for
killed
as
that man.
bad of a beating as it
Yeah,
was.
but it was
coulda
so
killed that man.
It was so civil.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like I never feared for the guy's life or anything like that.
Yep.
But the point was made.
Well, that's what it was. It was to make more of the point than it was to seriously. Because if he wanted it, like
Yeah.
he was hitting him to get away. I just reached out to one of the gyms of Shorzy because he played with him over in Russia. I wondered if he narrated in his fights.
Oh yeah.
Some guys do that when they throw punches. Like they.
Well, Rad Dad Scott asked you, ironically enough, D-Mac, have you ever been in a hockey fight and the other guy yells bang every time he punches you?
Bam.
You've
had guys that grunt, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's some
Like the
there's,
Williams sisters.
There's some like when you're in a clinch too. A lot of time, like when you're fighting a guy in a more of a technical, right, wrapping up or grabbing up. Sometimes there's some talking, but
Yeah, and honestly, shout out KG, the perfect back wall for the situation.
you know I got y'all.
The fighter.
This is why I'm here, man.
Them fights.
That's why they brought me back.
Andrew Schmidt, that dude's next tee shot went 400 plus.
Yeah,
dude, I bet you. See, that's the difference between if you got Tarnowski coming off a double bogey, that would have ended it even worse.
Yeah, that's good.
My 3-putted the last hole and that came in, I'd take some out on you.
KMG King, this is one of the most entertaining fights I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I will say this. That was one of the more elite fight breakdowns certainly of that fight, which made the rounds around the internet. Nowhere else in the social media / sports talk sphere did you get analyzation like that of the fight. So D-Mac, props to you, my friend. Very well done. I learned, again, through the progression of Thursday fights, I learned very early on that was over. Not because of size or anything like that, the grab,
The lock.
right away. And D-Mac has told us all this. It's all about the lock.
Yep.
It's literally all about the lock. 2 takeaways I have from Thursday fights with Darren McCarty. It's about the lock, number 1.
Yeah.
And number 2, don't wear a hoodie.
Don't wear a hoodie to a bar.
Big facts. You could have used that in my Cato, couldn't
Yeah,
you?
for sure.
I didn't have a hoodie on. I didn't have a hoodie on.
Yeah, little homie probably had some booger sugar in him for sure.
Oh, yeah. Without
the
a
way
doubt.
he took a couple of that.
Do you think he knew who
I gotta
Tarkovsky
get
was?
the
No chance.
Hey, there's an unedited video that I'm gonna see if I can get.
Oh, hell yeah.
From the guy who took it or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Oh, hell
Yes.
it's making its rounds with the boys. So I'll keep you posted next week.
His media interviews requests got to be off the charts right
you
now.
know it. You know it.
Got to be off the charts.
Well, off the charts, and you know what? No charges. Like,
Yeah.
self-defense.
I get to monetize off whooping your ass? Why not?
Yeah, hell yeah. All right, let's go to break.
Yeah.
Caesars and Dr. Pierce.
Caesar Sportsbook, everyone, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. And guess what? If you download the Caesar Sportsbook app by scanning the QR code on the screen right now and you make your first deposit all the way up to $1,000 using the promo code Woodward1000, your very first bet all the way up to $1,000 will be given back to you as a free bonus bet if you lose that very first bet. Yes, it's like a do-over, everyone, but you got to use the promo code Woodward1000 to do it, and it applies to your very first bet you make with Caesar Sportsbook. But again, use the code Woodward1000. If you wanted to take that guy in the fight, minus $50 million,
You're right.
you could have done it. You could have done it on Caesar Sportsbook. But again, use the promo code Woodward1000. It's Caesars, man. They have all the markets. The app is clean. It doesn't glitch out. All of it. And it's Caesars, by the way, the most elite in the game. Again, Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. If you have a gambling problem, get it together. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
What about Dr. Pierce, D-Mac?
What about Dr. Pierce? Sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy I trusted for 4 Stanley Cups. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game, performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsandSpine.com. Call 248-426-9944.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Tired of losing out on the car of your dreams? Bad credit? No credit? At the Feldman Chevrolet Freedom Sale, we say yes. Over 5,000 new Chevys to choose from, all priced to move with our best deals of the year. Get a 2025 Silverado for just $149 a month, or this 2026 Equinox for only $209 a month. When other dealers say no, Feldman Chevrolet says yes. Don't miss the Freedom Sale, going on now at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Justice. It means different things to different people, whether it's a settlement or a verdict. Justice is always worth the fight. If you've got a case, contact the fighters at Ben Johnson Law today and get the justice you deserve. That's right, tough, tenacious, trial lawyers. Ben Johnson, he's a fighter. He's a better fighter than the video that we just saw that one guy was.
Absolutely.
But he is a guy. You got to visit him at benfights.com. Guys, this is real life stuff right now. Like, we're not playing around with this. Ben Johnson, they mean business. Get the fighter on your side. Ben Johnson Law.
What about Jars?
Absolutely. All right, Woodward sports fans, whether hitting a game, simply just chilling, or going to be on the golf course, Jars Cannabis has you covered. Jars is home to Michigan's largest lineup of rec cannabis products. They got over 30 locations across the state, repping Michigan in a big way. 9 locations right in Metro Detroit, so there's always one nearby. If you're in Grand Rapids, Madison Heights, or Milan, get ready. New stores are coming your way soon. Go to jarscannabis.com to see where you can get your favorite product today, like mine, Darren McCarty brand.
Shout out.
All right, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports
Curveball.
Network. Rick rolled in the chat. That dude's going to have the worst hangover ever. The shoulder pain. He's going to wake up with that shoulder pain. He's going to be like, where did this come from?
He's going to have a Lemieux welt on his face.
Gonna feel that shit for weeks.
Bang, bang.
That's where the shoulder pain came from.
Yeah, absolutely.
Imagine you trying to make par initiatives going on. It's like,
just imagine being horizontal like that, like literally horizontal.
Getting tossed.
He caught air, bro.
No, he was literally
Caught
flat.
air twice because the toss into the lake wasn't a shove.
Yeah, he was literally flat, horizontal, in the air.
Yep.
We've never been that in our life. No one in this room has ever been perfectly horizontal flying through the air in their life.
I made a kid perfectly horizontal one time.
Oh, shit.
Shit was awesome. Was playing middle linebacker. Tight end was coming across the middle. Wha! Dude was fucking flat with the earth.
Flat earther.
Didn't come back across the middle the rest of the game. It was fun.
Shout out.
Shout out.
I love everyone here.
Love it too, man.
Shua, lucky he didn't break his collarbone.
Absolutely. I mean, who knows?
Probably
Maybe
did. He
probably
just didn't know it.
Right.
Big Con 51, that dude better have a deal with Bang Energy very soon.
Hey, healthcare's free in Canada.
Facts.
What got me is the friend that's like, come on,
dude.
man. He must do this shit a lot.
What he goes,
Like,
yeah.
you could just tell in the distress of his voice, like, come on, man. Why are you doing this?
Not off to
He's
a
out.
great
He's
start,
that
bud.
one guy.
Yeah, like, come on.
Not off to a great start, buddy. Fuck. Crawling out of a
Oh,
lake
I've
and
seen
hearing
it
that from
before.
one of the
Hey,
boys.
I've seen it before when somebody's in a group's mouthing off and realizes that you brought it out to the wrong people as the group comes
Right.
around. I've seen them
Oh
beat
shit.
each other up.
Oh, really?
I've seen them fight.
Can we get
Oh,
that?
wow.
can
so
we
they
get
don't
that
have to
pulled up?
fight.
I
So
got
they don't
it.
have to fight the
Yeah,
other
like,
group.
why you fucking with D-Mac? Like, that's hilarious.
So, I guess we have an update
We do.
as far as that fight is concerned. We have comms
With
from the less
what's
fortunate
his
of the
name?
two.
Oh.
His name was
Was it?
Dusty Dave on Twitter. Let me get this.
He
picture
did the
in
baddie
here.
video. Oh, I'm still pretty. He
did,
didn't even leave a
pretty
mark
much.
on
He
my
did.
face.
Pretty much. He did the True Housewives of Atlanta video.
Right.
Here, let me.
He didn't even leave a scratch.
We do have an update.
Holy
Spenny's
shit.
pulling it up right now, everybody. So we have confirmation.
There
He
he
said,
is.
"quote
God.
just a tiny little black eye, and that's all, boys."
There you go, D-Mac. Look at him. He took those
Look
punches
at how
like a champ.
punchable his face is, though. Like, I get why Tarnowski did this shit. I do. Just look at him.
One of the responses on Twitter, probably my favorite. This was Bro's Hawk-Tua moment.
Yeah.
This was what?
His Hawk-Tua
There
moment.
there it is.
Yeah.
Dude, hey, next thing you know, he's fighting Jake Paul.
Dude, I'm gonna reach out to him.
I can see it,
I'm
too.
gonna DM him on Twitter and see if he wants to
Yeah,
come
see
on.
if he'll come on Big D.
Yeah. Dude, like, he
Dude,
should.
no, you know, oh my
Tell
God.
Travis to do
Why
it.
doesn't that clown reach out to the Ice Wars
Yeah.
and he can go fight Tarnowski on the ice?
There's a little payday waiting for the dude if he plays
I
this
like
right.
Neil.
You have to take a
Neil,
beating for it.
Neil.
but
Right.
Like, okay, with every action, right, there's consequences, positive and negative, okay? So, but there's a small part of me going, props to you for taking the moment and doubling down on it. I don't know if it ends good for you because I got to believe, might be from the same town.
I told Travis to message him from the
Might
Woodward
sort of
account.
happen again, but it's interesting how you say that, but the angle that this guy played is sort of on brand to being that drunk guy, right?
Yep.
that's true.
I told Travis to message him from the Woodward account and see if he wants to come talk to Darren McCarty tomorrow. So we'll see how he responds.
That would be elite.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not here tomorrow.
Oh shit. Well,
Tell him to
he
come
doesn't
on
gotta-
now.
He doesn't got to know that.
Yeah. Tell him to
Right.
come on now. DNC ENT. Okay, let's not effing disrespect Jake Paul. LOL.
That guy just looked like
That Michael
caused his
Weary
problem.
dude just looks like an a-hole.
I swear. Like,
If he plays this right, if he agrees to fight him again,
Dude, he can
Sanction
make a
this
lot of
time?
money.
he could get $250,000. I bet.
Probably.
I bet he could. Dude, who wouldn't buy that?
People would tune in to watch. No, what should happen, Rough and Rowdy should hit him up. That's what they should do.
That's what I'm saying. There's
Yeah.
going to be like bids for his services, dude.
Yeah.
Portnoy's gonna jump all over.
Yeah.
We should hire him to fight. Dude, charity fight with D-Mac. We got the ring. We can do it
No.
in center line.
No charity, pure profit. I'm just saying.
Charity fight.
Yeah.
Right.
Charity minus the administrative
You
fees.
got the boxing ring. You got the wrestling ring. We can do it there.
Do it like the
It's not through lack of resources.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just whether the
Could this
just-
guy
just
get his
whether the old
asshole-
dog wants to get off the couch or not.
Yeah.
Brandon Hasso, don't give that clown more time. Brandon, we're past that
Listen,
in society.
Man, this is the world we're in today,
Yeah.
bro. You better get used to it.
Microwave society, bro.
And it's unfortunate that doesn't adhere with my golf games.
Yep.
Yes.
But I'll host it. Him and Tarnowski can get in the Grind Time Wrestling Ring, and
we should invite
fight it
Tarnowski and that dude to the Woodward golf outing and put them in a cart together with a GoPro. See, I'm the fucking idea man, dude. All right, let's
Now go be the execution man. Pull it off.
I'll go do that. All right, I'll talk to Stick about that after the show. White Claw. Let's go break.
Yeah, let's do the break. When we come back, we got the football 4 down. College rivalry edition.
Ooh.
I'm stoked for this one. All right? Just like you should be stoked. Tomorrow at Second Best, the White Claw Tigers, the adventure that's been the White Claw Tigers tour.
It's been a grand adventure.
It's been great. If you haven't been out to one, well, tomorrow's your last chance. They'll be at Second Best. And you guys know where Second Best is. Blocks away from Comerica Park. And the heavyweight, Spencer, Easy, they'll be out there doing a watch party for the Tigers game. But that's not like the main draw. The main draw is the pregame, I think, right?
Yeah.
They have made a decision. They're going in tomorrow night.
Yeah, we're going in tomorrow.
So
and we're doing heavyweights live from 5 to 7 regular show live from Second Best.
There you go. So go get involved,
Come
everyone.
watch the game.
The White Claw Tigers Tour has been a raging success. It's been brought to you, of course, by White Claw and Ven Johnson Law. Go see him at Second Best. We come full circle for the White Claw Tigers Tour.
Where it all began.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Boys of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. This ball is gone! Boys are back in town. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Neil Rule here for Planet Fitness. They're still doing it, everyone, through the end of August. That's right, the high school summer pass. And look, I talk about Planet Fitness. I'll never be a member at another gym. I love being a member at Planet Fitness. It's an elite facility. I love it. They're everywhere across the world. And it's great. But Planet Fitness is pretty cool, too, like as a corporation, because they're doing this. The high school summer pass. Teens 14 to 19 can work out for free all summer. All you have to do is be 14 to 19 and walk into a Planet Fitness, fill out some paperwork, and you're in there. Like, look, in the summertime, there are no high school sports or anything like that. No gym classes. Movement kind of comes to a stop. Doesn't have to be the case, and Planet Fitness is doing their part. There is no doubt. Free membership, everyone. 14 to 19 at Planet Fitness. Go to planetfitness.com or just walk in the door. There's over 50 of them in Metro Detroit. Planet Fitness. Don't pay more money to lift the same weights. All right, everybody, we are back at it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Intern Simeon, Spencer Raxter, all of you. All right, we said we're doing this. Starting July 1st, we're men of our word. We have done football every single day. We'll continue to do football every single day on into Super Bowl because it's football time. The Lions play a game in 3 weeks. Week 0 is not that far away.
Hell yeah.
The new college I've heard good reviews. I've read some good reviews about the college football
the one
game.
last year was good. I just never played it.
Yeah. This year I heard they have if you're Virginia Tech, they play the Inner Sandman.
Yeah,
everyone coming out of the tunnel.
The presentation has improved. They got a lot more of the school's actual entrances and stuff like that.
All right. Well, speaking of college football, that is the subject of Intern Simeon's 4 down college football rivalry edition, right, Simeon?
Yes, sir.
So we're talking Mizzou and what,
Vanderbilt.
Kansas?
We sure are.
Are we?
Sure are. They're on there. They made the cut.
They are not.
I'm serious. Dead ass. They're right. I was about to start with
Dead ass.
All right, proceed. Here we go.
Athletic made a top 25 rivalry rankings. I'll start local.
Yeah, bro.
18 was Michigan, Notre Dame. 16, Michigan State.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
How can you be a top 25 rivalry when you haven't played in years and you don't play for years?
19's Kansas, Missouri. So there you go.
Oh, shut up. You're making that up.
I'm not.
D-Mac, what's your favorite Kansas, Missouri memory? It was a cold
The
November.
War of
afternoon.
1867.
They both.
I mean, no, there's that saloon. They were trying to take it down.
They both had their eyes wide open on the Louisiana Purchase and would see how it shook out. For real, is Missouri, Kansas
they lost
fit?
that many
Right
settlers.
Right above Harvard, Yale.
What's that?
Right above Harvard, Yale.
It is not.
I'm so
No, I
serious.
want to focus on this Michigan Notre Dame.
I did see that in Yellowstone. Or actually the remake, the 1863 one. They had something about the rivalry.
Oh shit!
I do want to back this up though to the Michigan Notre Dame thing, and this is going to be a running theme for me, D-Mac, as we do this segment today about rivalries. You don't get to put that in there because you have to, play to be a rivalry. Yeah. You have to, have played lately to be a rivalry. You have to, be playing again soon to be a rivalry. They are none of that. And this is what you chose. And Michigan and Notre Dame, this is what you chose. So, yes, I can be critical of this stuff, them checking in on any kind of rivalry. They're not rivals.
Yeah,
They're
I don't
not.
think so either.
Notre Dame, you took your check, and Michigan, you took your check.
Yeah.
And NCAA, you took all the checks. And this is what you get. It's not a rivalry. It's over. It's dead.
When the next time they even play?
Like 2040 or something.
Yeah,
something crazy. And who says they'll even play?
Right.
Because you know how this works.
Yeah, shit gonna get shifted by the time
yeah,
that rolls around.
like it's just, D-Mac, it's not a rivalry.
I agree.
Thank you. This is as much of a rivalry as that last fight was.
Yeah.
It's not a rivalry, everybody. It's just not, man. This pisses me, and I'm mad already. Let's go to the next. Finish it up.
Kansas, Missouri is back in the fall, by the way. Let's get excited for that.
You're absolutely. What were the other local ones on there?
Michigan State at 16. And then we'll jump into the
higher.
Get into the. I think it should be 2.
Well, we're getting into that space again where
you gotta win a game.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And this was Michigan about 10 years ago, and now it's Michigan State. At some point, you got to win.
I mean,
what's the bigger rivalry?
3 years ago.
Minnesota, Wisconsin, or Michigan State?
Michigan State.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Exactly. Minnesota, Wisconsin's at 10.
Oh,
that's
10?
crazy.
Yes.
Swap them out. I was
That's
I
insanely
can't.
high.
That game's unwatchable.
Yeah, for real.
Thank you.
For
It's
real.
on at
trophy call.
Do you want to hear some of the
little
games they
brass
have that
shitter?
above?
Like, what are they playing for?
That game's always on at 11 a.m. Mm-hmm. They always have like the worst broadcast team.
Right. The worst quarterbacks.
6 fumbles.
Yeah.
The worst quarterback.
It's
play.
13-10 every time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
D-Mac, when's the last time you watched? And like, look, I consider you like, you're a college football fan, but you're a fringe college football fan. If the game commands your attention, you'll give it to it. But if it doesn't, you won't. D-Mac, when's the last time you watched? Who is it? Minnesota, Wisconsin?
Wisconsin.
When's the last time you watched that game, D-Mac? You haven't.
Right.
No.
Shit, Michigan, Minnesota.
I didn't even know they were
than that is.
considered.
Was that Paul Bunyan's axe or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Yes.
They're playing for the axe. We play for the whole caboodle. Like, what are you talking about? You're playing for the axe. You're playing for that dude's nuts. We're playing for the whole statue. The whole Paul Bunyan, not just his axe. That's fucking crazy, dude.
All right, what else? What's the next question?
Yeah, top 4. Army, Navy's 4. Oklahoma, Texas 3. Auburn, Alabama 2.
Army, Navy 4?
Yeah, Army, Navy 4.
I like
that.
Fuck yeah.
It only sits that high because it gets its own day.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's going to be next, by the way.
Presentation matters.
That's going to be next. Mm-hmm. That's going to be lumped in with
you want to do something on the fucking White House lawn. You play Army Navy on the lawn of the goddamn White House.
Yes, what you do.
I would walk to that game. That would be fucking electric, dude.
No, I do. I am fearful, though, of the Army Navy game. And I celebrate it. Some don't. I do. I think it's great. The pageantry of it's great.
The goddamn triple option.
The triple option. Ask Germany. Ask Japan.
Yeah.
It made Japan have to be a great comeback story.
Yeah, ask Japan about the triple option.
They still dealing with it today.
No, it is. It's just Ryan Glinsky, Army-Navy is America's game. Cody Ingle, Army-Navy's overrated.
You're
overrated.
Is it? You're overrated.
Yeah. Hey, Cody Ingle, you are overrated.
You think freedom's overrated, Cody Ingle?
Sounds like you do.
You think life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness are overrated, Cody Ingle?
Yeah. You think when there's unrest in the Middle East, and the next thing you hear is naval ships have scrambled in the ocean?
You think a fucking drone strike to somebody's front lawn is overrated, Cody Ingle? Goddamn
Into
America.
your bedroom door.
Right. Yeah. You think those satin sheets you sleep on are overrated? That was given to you by the goddamn triple option.
Do we have another question or no?
Yeah, number 1 is Michigan, Ohio State.
Duh.
Yeah.
That's
fair. We're Texas, Oklahoma, 2?
That was 3, Auburn, Alabama, 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's fair.
Top 5, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like the history of premier matchups, I would probably, if I had to shade it, I would shade it to Auburn, Alabama. And like they had the moment, right? Like the kick six moment and stuff like that. But I can't, recency bias plays a part. And even though they don't matter anymore, i.e. Michigan, Ohio State doesn't matter anymore.
For that line to drop.
It doesn't.
No, I was waiting for that line to drop.
Ohio State lost, and they won the So it
still matters.
Should mean something to me,
No,
man.
it only matters to you because you won. It doesn't matter to Ohio State.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, but the rivalry itself matters. Like, we're not going to dismiss the whole rivalry. Yeah, come on, Neil.
No, it doesn't.
Then why the fuck did your AD come out and say that?
That is
Who's
true.
AD?
Yeah, Ohio State's AD. Oh, we're not going to emphasize the rivalry anymore. Clearly, you're bothered by it.
Jeremiah Smith is bothered by it. And if Jeremiah Smith's bothered by it, then Ohio State's bothered by it.
Clearly. The fiasco on the field with the flat, bro, the
can't,
rivalry still
it can't
exists.
be this tremendous rivalry game if there's no stakes.
I understand.
There's no stakes anymore. So you agree.
But it's the most bitter rivalry.
But there's no stakes for any
sports.
of these then.
But the reason it was such a great rivalry is because it was the end of the year and your future was attached to it.
No, but it's also because of the vitriol between both of those schools.
But the reason there was the vitriol was because of the stakes.
Stick got a story to where he went to a fucking Ohio State game when Michigan was playing and got beat up by Ohio State fans.
Because
this shit is
of
real.
the stakes. That's why. And there are no stakes anymore. And yes, you know what? Overridingly, you're correct.
Yeah.
The rivalry games don't matter. D-Mac, we chose the check over the rivalry.
100%.
We did it.
100,000,000%. You look at the way bowl season used to be, right? That's when you'd usually come down and know when you'd have the big games, or even look at all the conference championship games.
I fucking loved bowl season.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, the one is, did you go through number one? Like, I mean, is it Alabama, Georgia?
Michigan, Ohio State, Alabama, Auburn's number 2.
And real quick shout out to Shad216 in the Woodward Sports chat. He says, shout out to Japan for anime yiddies. So,
but remember when we were growing up, Florida State, and like the rivalries were just, no matter what, it was just deeper. But that's the money, and whether it's taking the big lump or the NIL has to have something to do with it too, because you're not, when you move players and transfers and all that, it loses its luster. So there's a lot of different reasons, but rivalries.
It's taking a lot of nicks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just, again, for me, Cody Ingle, the OSU rivalry got big because Michigan wasn't in the national championship picture. And why were they never in the national championship picture? Because they got thumped for 2 decades by Ohio State.
Yeah.
Because there was consequences to it. There are no consequences anymore.
I do agree there's no consequences, but the rivalry still matters in the context of college football and the way it is today.
No, it doesn't, because it has no impact on the national championship. It used to shape a direct contestant in the national championship.
I get that, but
it doesn't anymore.
It still can do that, but it just all depends on how shit shakes out. But I'm just saying, it's not dead though.
I really want to go to an Iron Bowl. I think that would be fucking sweet. Going to an Iron Bowl would be awesome. I think that's like on my bucket list.
They poison each other's trees, as somebody said in the chat.
Just means more.
DNC, Neil, you missed the mark on this 7 months ago. You still are today. Michigan State almost never play for anything. Still been a rivalry, and
they were
will
both
be one.
Undefeated a couple years ago. That was playing for something.
Well, and it's the unique thing where the Michigan State thing is unique because the fan bases are intertwined in a community.
Yeah. Like Auburn, Alabama.
Like in a bingo.
Yeah.
Like in a community Like they live on your street. Your
Yeah,
enemy
exactly.
lives on your street. Your enemy's in your house.
Yeah, he is.
House divided. Yeah.
You know, like that's what Michigan
Gotta
Michigan
sleep with
State
one
has.
eye open.
That's what Michigan State has going for it.
Yeah, and that's why Army Navy's the best. Because our only true enemies, foreign or domestic, are on the other side of the FC. Hell yeah!
Woodward Sports Super Chat. Neil, the problem is you are rational, but we're talking Ohio fans. They're not rational. Also, Day took the Toledo strip. Michigan will rise again.
It is more on their
Goddamn
side than us. Like, they hate us more than we hate them. But
I don't know if that's true. I think it's pretty.
Nah, they will go the extra mile. Bro, at Cavaliers games, when an opposing team is at the free throw line, they put up the Michigan logo. Like, come on, man. We not doing no shit like that. We don't care.
Noah in the chat. The consequence is who you are facing in the playoffs if they're both playoff teams. They weren't. I don't know why you tried to downplay it, but yeah, it's not as important, but it still holds a lot of importance. So Noah, you agree?
But
it's not as important. Like, why can't
not,
you say that?
The stakes part not
KG,
on,
can you say it's not as important? Can you say
it's
that?
not as important, sure.
Great talk.
But the stakes part of it is not on us. That's on the NCAA and NIL and all that bullshit.
But that's a byproduct of taking the checks.
It is, sure.
That's the byproduct.
Sure.
You can't have it both ways.
I'm
you
just saying, but as
ways.
of today, it is still a very prevalent rivalry in college sports. It is.
Even though it didn't
admit that.
Even though it didn't matter last year.
And it didn't matter last year, but it still matters to somebody.
Trying to make
well, it matters to who wins, right? Like, that's it. But in the end, it didn't matter.
If it didn't matter
at all,
well,
if it didn't matter, what? Then what?
No, because I was
then
gonna
what?
say,
then why did Ohio State win the national title?
No, I would have said they would have put it on prime time, but it was an early game last year.
Well, they're not ever going to go away from that.
Yeah,
because toe meets leather at noon. I was told that by someone who has a statue in Ann Arbor.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that part. That's cool. You know, I don't rock with dogs, so it's fine.
Man, is there any more?
There's
no, that's it.
That's it.
I was a little confused because I was reading the list and didn't find Vanderbilt on there, so I don't know if that was. I might have missed him.
Diego Pavia.
Who would Vanderbilt's rivalry be?
Chattanooga.
Tennessee.
When's the last time Vanderbilt beat? Did they beat Tennessee last year?
No. It's been a minute.
It's been a while.
It's been a minute. All right, let's take the final break. Come back and hey, if you got a question for DMAC, we haven't done that. DMAC's out tomorrow.
And it hasn't been a while since I smoked some Mad Packs. Shout out to Mad Packs, baby. They've got all the things you need. High-low pre-rolls. They've got the Boom Shakalaka Tarantulas, the THCA Moon Rocks, and the regular weed. They got the Cherry Runts in there. It is delicious. Mad Packs. Go to getmadpacks.com. Find them in stores. It's Mad Packs.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
House.
Absolutely. Looking for the upgrade to your relaxation game? Check out Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest. Top brands of massage chairs like Infinity and Osaki, located near the corner of Woodward and Long Lake Road. Experience luxury comfort with Dr. Eric Duncan, the Wellness Doc, creator of the top YouTube massage chair review channel. Book a visit at www.massagechairhouse.com. Scan the QR code. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
All right, final segment of the show. This show cooked today.
This was an insanely fast.
A Green in the chat. That's Cap. It still matters. It will always matter. A Green, did it matter last year?
It did not.
It did not. And that's KG Michigan.
It mattered for that week, but it didn't matter in the grand scheme.
It didn't matter at all.
I will give
it changed nothing. It changed nothing. Rivalry games are supposed to.
I'm so mad they fucking did it. Ugh, that's so nasty. They fucking won the natty.
Man, dude,
They did.
I still do not respect.
Dante 151. I'd rather have Michigan Ohio State early because of how pointless it is at the end of the regular season, and I know you people will disagree with it. Dante, if you're thinking long game, if you want it to have like consequences and stakes, then that's your only play.
Put it week 1.
Yeah, week 2, week 3, like you have it early on.
But
having it at the end of the year, especially with last year the way it shaped
Right.
out,
You already got 9-10 wins, one more loss.
Back in the day, Ohio State, that would have crumbled them losing the last game of the
Well, because they wouldn't have gotten the playoff.
Yeah, they would have got crumbled from that shit.
Because Oregon won the
They had
conference.
no consequence for losing us.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oregon won the conference.
Yeah, they would have missed the playoffs.
And they would have missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter now. So you can't argue it, guys. You can't. We literally have that example
it's only just
10 months ago or whatever it was.
Shit means something to me.
Goddamn right.
Okay, cool. Woodward Sports Woodward Sports chat thread. Lumberjack Zach. D-Mac.
Shout out.
What's the which Centennial event is the one to go to? I don't think you know the schedule, right? Like
I know that the Fan Fest is November 6th to the 9th. So
Okay.
that weekend or whatever is everybody's coming into town. So one of those, I'd say. So 6th, 7th, probably the 7th, 8th, or 9th. The 9th, I think there's a game stuff. So that's all I know.
Cody Engel, Oakland and Michigan basketball wasn't on there. No, it wasn't, Cody, because you guys have never beat us at Oakland. Ever. We're undefeated against you at Oakland.
Oh!
You know, the one time you came there to play, you got cooked.
Oh!
So, yeah, Cody, at some point you got to win on the road, right? So that's why it's not on there. I like this. James, the Pop-Tart Bowl needs to be a playoff bowl. I wouldn't hate that.
The Pop-Tart Bowl is a fever dream, dude. That shit is fucking wild. These giant Pop-Tarts flashing their little potussies
and they're like
shit.
edible Pop-Tart. Like the mascot is edible.
You eat
He's
the
literally
mascot
a
at the end of it. It's kind of scary. Like
Yeah,
he
a
goes
little bit.
through a toaster and
Right.
then you eat him. It's kind of like, I don't know.
Noah, it's been over 2,000 days.
Doesn't sit well with me.
So, yes, it matters. Noah, no, it doesn't.
It matters to somebody.
What were the consequences for Ohio State to lose that game last year?
There weren't any.
No.
You lost, so here's the national title.
Right, like, yeah, that part of it is weak for sure.
Yeah, they kill and cook the mascot at the Pop-Tart Bowl. It's kind of
ritualism.
cool when you think about it like that, but also, yeah, it's kind of like a ritual sacrifice, which I don't praise the sun anymore.
Right. I enjoy a good ritual here. No.
It is kind of weird, though. It is kind of weird. Steve O'Baby, D-Mac.
Yo.
What do you do if you go to a fast food drive-thru and they give you the wrong order? Do you just eat it, or do you go back in and tell them to get your order right?
No. He's taking it.
Oh, yeah.
You don't go threaten the cashier?
If it depends, whatever, but if you're going to do it, you go in. Never,
pull around again. You got to go inside if you're
it
gonna
happens. It happens more than not.
Yeah.
I just, whatever.
Snack wraps are back.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
McDonald's brought the snack wrap back.
It's a
that
big
could have
deal.
been on top 5 comebacks.
Well, it's early in the game still.
That's true. I haven't tried one.
See, we're still too
But
early.
I feel like you can't really fuck up a snack wrap. It's
Yeah,
a tortilla,
bro.
cheese, a tender, and some sauce.
And some sauce.
Yeah,
on
come
there.
on, man.
Yes. Let me see. Crazy Clown. Yep, and that would be the only game Oakland wins too, so there's that. Well, I would say with us being undefeated against Michigan when they come to our place with 1/15 the budget, I would say it's probably getting better value for our buck at Oakland.
Oh!
Right?
It's your favorite tagline, but yes.
I mean, I'm just
you got
saying.
it, Dio.
Yes.
This bastard over here, man.
What? What?
No, you my guy, man. You my guy.
DNC ENT has my answer to that one, D-Mac. If it's more food than I pay for, I'm going to STF you and go feed the family. That's fair.
If it's less, yeah, I'd probably go back in.
That's what I'm doing for sure. So, all right. D-Mac, what you got going on this weekend, man?
Got the center lines got their police and fire, their golf outing or whatever that I'm doing that for them, and maybe the Tigers game tomorrow.
Shout out.
All right, D-Mac's rolling back
you guys
out.
got second best tomorrow night?
Second best tomorrow night, yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll pop in.
Boy, D-Mac, he's rolls out for the scuba starts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Real quickly.
I don't blame him.
Yeah. CTV, baby.
Hell yeah.
We didn't even get a chance to talk about that.
I'll be there, Scoob. So you know what? Let's go. Another performance. Let's get 14 tomorrow.
Shout out. We got Terry in tomorrow?
I don't know.
Because Sean's in Greece.
Is he?
With Pavia in Greece.
We'll see. Whoever shows up, man. Then we'll do the show.
Dude, Bourbon Friday with T-Foss would be electric.
Oh, it would.
Might be the scenario.
Might be the scenario. We'll see.
All right, everybody. For D-Mac, for KG, intern Simeon, Spencer Raxter, I'm Neil Rule. Thanks for tapping in. See you tomorrow, everybody. Well, see you later.